Yeah. And died for a night.
South 71 Music.
Yeah. They hate a God. Hey. Queen. They hate our God, so they water down our culture. Hey, promoting lies just to redefine our culture. Hey, they must forgot we descend from black kings and queens. Down 911, it's been a mistake in identity. They hate our God, so they water down our culture. Hey, promoting lies just to redefine our culture. Hey, they must forgot we descend from black kings and queens. Down 911, it's been a mistake in identity. And die for it, not a blind lead, the blind puppet master. Control your mind, wicked vast GMO, your food, fly water, chemtrails too. It's the truth and you have no clue. Christ black and he look like you. You wonder where, but hey, I like those shoes. Get it? I like those shoes. The Negro don't get the picture unless you paint it for him. You can show him off through the scripture, he'll still ignore you. This Hebrew is on a mission. The spirit, my second witness. If he can't take the heat to keep your ass from out the kitchen. Hebrew slaves in America. This is Egypt replica. I am just a messenger. Babylon is next to burn. Yeah. Say Babylon is next to burn. And I'm praying for his next return. They hate our God, so they water down our culture. Hey, promoting lies just to redefine our culture. Hey, they must forgot we descend from black kings and queens. Down 911, it's been a mistake in identity. They hate our God, so they water down our culture. Hey, promoting lies just to redefine our culture. Hey, they must forgot we descend from black kings and queens. Down 911, it's been a mistake in identity.
Full throttle, but he faster with his proof. 14 years minus 2. I've been active in his truth. Army fatigue and dusty boots. Fringes with the blue, the end of the Gentile rule. Man, that's the return of the Hebrews. Ancient Israelite like David, send your way up to hit the Jeffy sites. But most they ain't prepared to fight. Serve the Lord with all your might. Follow Christ, dedication, sacrifice your life. No sweat, just give your hour your best. The true sons of light, no, he don't take kindly to threats. Make sure you're aiming right. My neighbor Nathan Kale Perez. She falls overnight. Righteousness, your spiritual vest. Make sure you strap it tight. Judgment like a thief. HICKMAN up in these streets.
They hate our God, so they water down our culture. Hey, promoting lies just to redefine our culture. Hey, they must forgot we descend from black kings and queens. Down 911, it's been a mistake in identity. They hate our God, so they water down our culture. Hey, promoting lies just to redefine our culture. Hey, they must forgot we descend from black kings and queens. Down 911, it's been a mistake in identity.
All praise to the Most High Yah. They tryna hide our history, but they ain't get far. Through the grace and the blood of YHWH'S, the remnant is being awakened to their true culture. Changing the image to blind the mass without no eclipse glass and try to look right past. But you see me, you like my walk, my style. Afraid because I'm wild, and all along you've all just trying to be me. You see my light, it shine. You see it from behind. It's so bright, it blind, but you don't want to see. And I'm fringed up now. You sit and wonder how through all the deception niggas found out.
South 71 Music.
Lust
equals no peace in the loud mouth.
Lust
Will have you sleeping on your round house. Recognize your enemy. The spirit is
Deceitful lust, it got you bored with your soul. So while you're playing with your nose, not knowing Satan is your foe. 12 tribes and 12 gates, but as for me, I bang the foe up. He drinking on his ego till he throw up. Eternal now, the fast lane. My mindset for real is what's the hold up. I'm speaking as a dead man. The Maccabee that shows up. Ask around the STL, the Israelites, we run the town. Seek the kingdom like a hound. In the end, it's golden crowns. Circumspect, been on the low for real. I still command respect. Carnal flesh is at your neck. The war is on what you expect. Fiery darts, but no avail, so run and tell the rest. Righteousness is still my best. In the end, there's no regret. Lust,
will have you jammed up and stressed out.
lust,
Equals no peace in the loud mouth.
lust,
Will have you sleeping on your mama's couch. Recognize your value. The spirit is
The belly never satisfied. It's only us, that's for you and I. The carnal mind equals suicide. You don't agree? Well, you and I. The revolution will not be televised. Fleshly nature, back to the basics. Lust, envy, jealousy, hatred. Must be the matrix. Self-temptation, sin in the making. Blame it on Satan. Waiting for the second coming of the one who sits so high to set the whole Babylon on fire. When piss on fire to put her out. That's how you creep around in your own damn house. How you speaking false lies out your mouth. How you moving in the spirit of fear and doubt. Figuring out the lust is a hell of a drug. The total opposite of love. So let the lust go.
On understanding will start to seem right. And it don't matter who gets hurt inside. Your lustful ways is ungodly sight. In the lake you will go if you can't get control of.
lust,
will have you jammed up and stressed out.
lust,
Equals no peace in the loud mouth.
lust,
Will have you sleeping on your mama's couch. Recognize your enemy. The spirit and flesh is enmity.
It be the reason you can't sleep at night. An uncontrollable appetite. Do what you want, whether it's wrong or right. Then have the nerve to yell, this my life. On understanding will start to seem right. And it don't matter who gets hurt inside. Your lustful ways is an ungodly sight. In the lake you will go if you can't get control of.
lust,
Will have you jammed up and stressed out.
lust,
Equals no peace in the loud mouth.
lust,
Will have you sleeping on your mama's couch. Recognize your value. The spirit is
lust,
Will have you jammed up and stressed out.
lust,
Equals no peace in the loud mouth.
lust,
Will have you sleeping on your mama's couch. Recognize your enemy. Spirit and flesh is enmity.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. If I can be heard, give me a YAH'WH up in the chat. Bless up, all praise to the Most High. Forever live his anointed, beloved Son, our ascended Master, Teacher, the Messiah, in the hearts and minds of the faithful elect. Nazarene edition, part 76. Messianic light confounds gross darkness, part 2. Are you deceived? You right, man? You right? Are you deceived? That's what it comes down to. Are you deceived? And does the Most High deal with deception and lying? And, we're going to get to it. We're going to get into it today. I was trying to play some more of these 4 Tribe songs. I don't know why they not, I'm gonna try one more time, and then if not, we're gonna go ahead and throw down. How y'all doing in the building? I see all these Yahoos in the building. Good to see y'all. Bless up. All praises. Yeah, we're gonna get it done today. We're gonna get it done. All right, let me try to play this one more. Let me try to play some of this one more time, and then we're gonna rock. Yeah, that music tripping. I don't know what's going on. It was playing yesterday for us. But all good. How y'all in the building? Bless up. Let me see who all in the chat so far. Let me look. Joseph Evans, my beloved brother. Bless up. Blessings to the family. Tay Israel in the building. I see you. Bless up. Shalom. Set apart, living. Ema. Bless up. Kila Olam, my beloved sister. Shout out to the house of Troy. Bless up. Tamia Sports, shalom. Emma Robbie Dobson. Latrey, what up, Trey? Bless up. Naama, my beloved sister, bless up. Yeshaya Ben Israel, my dirty South brethren. Bless up. How you doing, man? Abundant blessings to the family. Abundant blessings to all y'all families. Believe that. In the highest heaven. Ha'el, YAH'KI, Yashar El, my beloved brother. Bless up. What's the word? Talk to me. How you doing? Shalom. My brother Asar-El Shimshon Yisrael, a.k.a. Terrence Geis, my beloved brother. And be putting that pressure on them 12 tribe chart peddlers. Man, you be putting pressure on them cats, man. It'd be funny, man. Tamia Sparks, who was singing Malaki. No, that ain't me on there, Tamia. That ain't me. That's just some brothers I know, you know. Just some brothers I know. They do a little music, little soul food for the spirit, you know what I mean? Let me see. What else we got? Y'all wanted the sons. Okay. Man, who else I got up in there? I have plenty of Yahoo. Family, Shia. All right. I see y'all in the building. Bless up. Nehemiah, let me bring the big homie on real quick. Nehemiah in the building. Hey, man, you have to turn your screen on, cuz. You can't be around here. This is about the 4th live we done did. We can't look at you. Man, turn your screen on, man. And we don't want to hear nothing about you being in your bedroom, man. Come on with it.
Hey, Mally. Hey, man. In the bedroom, cuz.
Also say, wasn't that the 4th Tribe Static Addict album? Yeah, that was that mixtape them brothers dropped, bro. Them brothers dropped it like back in 2017. Matter of fact, they dropped it on December 31st, 2017. Fresh for January 1st, 2018, bro. It dropped like right before the gunshots started going off. You know, hey, but Nehemiah, man, what you doing, man? Talk to me.
I'm in the bedroom.
Look at the little joker right here, y'all.
What up, nephew? I tried to tell your daddy pop on early while you was starting your nap process, but
he just laid down. As soon as I moved, he jumped up. Say hi. Say shalom.
Shalom. What's up, nephew? Young Joe. Yo.
Yeah, this the run of the little right here. Young Jeremiah. MELCHIZEDEK.
Yeah,
you heard that? What's good? Go ahead, Nehemiah. Talk to me.
No, man, it's just been a, it's been a lot. I mean, we had a lot going on, out of town seminars, things of that nature. Then, just a lot of things going on. So, always keep people in your prayers. You never know who might need it. I had some, stuff falling in my family, what I'm saying, with my daughter, but she fine. I had to get the grandbabies. I had to run with them 5 little jokers for about 3 days.
Yeah.
I forgot how it was to have youngins around again, but full-time job, it's not a game. I really want to see them gold teeth, by. Hey, look, then I had a tooth issue. I was at the dentist this morning.
I don't even know, boy.
Hey, boy, I had got a chipped tooth. Then I called in, and they couldn't get the tooth numb. Then they had me come back a week later and tried again this Thursday. Man, they couldn't get that tooth numb, boy. Ain't nothing like them trying to pull the tooth while that mother live, boy. Like, oh, no, cuz. And they told me up, so I got to go see an oral surgeon, bro. So,
yeah, you were telling me earlier about that, man.
Yeah, man. So, yeah. Then, again, like I say, we out of town, man. And then you got, also, man, prayers up to all those people that lost their lives in that senseless shooting from that heathen hyena.
Yeah, Buffalo. But, it was 3 shootings, boy. It wasn't
in L.A. Down in New Orleans, praying for them 3 black boys that just lost their lives. 3 killed in 1 week. I mean, that's the thing here in St. Louis, though.
Yeah, man. The unclean spirits in flesh and in spirit, bro, they have been unleashed. They out here. Make sure y'all keep your eyes peeled and keep your head on the swivel. One thing I noticed, man, when I go out, everybody head be down. Everybody head be in their phone. Keep your head on the swivel. Where you going, get there, get what you getting, and get the hell up out of there, man. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't about to, you ain't missing nothing. You ain't missing no grandiose scene of just exuberance. Everybody's having fun, man. Look, the unclean spirits is out here. Don't get where you going. Stay vigilant. Get what you getting and get the hell up out of there, man. And get back to your family. You dig? I promise me, every time I go out, this what I see. This is all everybody doing. Driving or walking, head down in the phone.
Especially while driving. I see it all the time at my job on the highway, boy. I be on the highway working. That's how 9 times of the crashes happen. They head in the phone, bro. Yeah. Exactly. I'm ready to eat too, Jeremiah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, little Joker doing this thing. Just shy been Print Blake. He said, hey, family that'll watch me Bible interesting. I got to get it with y'all opinion on it. Hey, that was an interesting interview last night, to say the least. You dig? Just like with anything though, bro. You know what I mean? Read it with a jaundiced eye. You dig? If it resonate with your spirit, look further into it. If not, you ain't even got to deal with it. What I tripped off of was a lot of the things that it talk about, we already own. Like, we already own off the animal flesh. You understand? We already understand the corruption of the text and all that. You feel me? But if you're a curious spirit like me, then you search everything out just to see what's up. You dig? I can't say it. I mean, we didn't have it a while. I just don't never, go into it. But the Owaski have been around us so long. We got the green. We got the green cup. You know what I mean? I mean, they got the big blue ones on Amazon right there. So just like with anything, try the spirit. You feel me? It is very, very interesting though. You know what I mean? If you're a reader and you got a lot of questions about certain things spiritually, once you get to reading that, and then some of the books is positioned like it'll tell you what was going on in the heavens and on the earth at the same time. So the upper book will be what was going on in the heavens, and then the lower book, like around when Abraham and them was born. You know what I mean? About around when Moses and them was born, or when Yahshua. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. And what I tripped off of too was that it's a history in there about what went down in spirit at the Council of Nicaea, bro. I was like, dang. You know what I mean? I was like, dang, that's deep. You did, because when you look into any history about Constantine, like in the history, it say he saw basically at the battle of what battle was that? Malivian Bridge or whatever. Remember, if you look at any history, Constantine claimed that he saw a cross in the sky, and he claimed that whoever appeared to him told him, "In this you shall conquer." You dig? So I found it very interesting too. What went down in the spirit at the formation of the Council of Nicaea and with Islam. That's in there too, about how Muhammad was selected and all that. Like what history was going down spiritually to inspire the events on the earth. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, check it out if you can. If it resonate with your spirit, rock with it. If not, you know, nobody can make you believe anything. Remember that. You understand? But I will get a brother plenty of respect because he showed up and he sat in the hot seat and allowed questions and, you know, demonstrate a little bit out of his book. Like, hey, bro, I mean, I don't even know how you cannot respect it, even if you disagree. Shit, he showed up though. He showed up though. You know what I mean? So yeah, check it out, bro. You know, check it out. You know, link in, tap in. And again, if it resonates with you, accept it. If not, hey, man, look, can't nobody make you believe nothing. You know what I mean? So all praises, glory, now to the Most High. All right, watch out, Jeremiah. Watch out. Hey, Nehemiah, you got anything else you want to talk about real quick, bro? I got
yeah. Also, I just got a text message. The other letter came out too, so I got to have her drop that letter off.
You got a text message that what?
About Monica's letter.
Oh, okay.
She got one today.
No, that's we handle that off camera.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. We're gonna be going to the Nazarene Acts of the Apostles today. Ooh,
do I got that one? I think I got that one.
Yeah, you got this one. I know you gonna be reading, man. What you mean, do you?
Nah, I mean the other books, man.
That did Nehemiah, your Nazarene.
Man, what is wrong with you, bro?
You ain't read through it at all. What you doing,
boy? I believe out of the scriptures. And our boy Scubo out of the scriptures.
Anybody taking and winding these scriptures?
These scriptures.
Can get it's the quickest way to get your head knocked smooth off of your shoulders.
Oh,
be very careful not to do this, boy.
That Hebrew had me, boy, in stitches when he said that.
Taking and winding,
because he talked with a list.
Taking and winding these scriptures is the quickest way to get your head removed smooth or not smooth off your shoulders. Be very careful not to do this.
That's it, bro. Tripping.
Man,
I do that back. That's the Scubo. He called Psalms possums. When we first introduced him to the scripture, we was like, yeah, book of Psalms. He flipped over and he said, what is that? Psalms?
Scubo, if you listening, brother, we love you. We ain't talking
about brother, man. You know, we got back. We sit back and laugh about it.
What up, audio sister online?
Your TT Audi Poo. Don't get this little joke off my hands.
Boy, you see, Mallie got a whole family of yellow bodies.
You want to go to TT, boy? You show him, come get him. She gonna tell me, and look, you gonna respond on Facebook. Hey, y'all. we going to the Nazarene Acts today. You already know.
Let me run and go grab that deal.
Yeah, we're going to go on the PDF. And what we're going to do, we're going to go back into page 270. We're going to start on page 271. All right, before we do that, though, I want to actually go into a few scriptures in the Bible as well, though. So let's go ahead and throw down. First spot we're going to go to. First spot. Let me see. I got a few spots we can go to. Bang, bang, bang. All right, first spot we're going to go to is Jeremiah. Your namesake, boy. Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah first.
Taking and winding these scriptures is the quickest way to get your head knocked smooth off of your shoulders.
Be very careful not to do this. We're going to go to Jeremiah 9 first. My bad. Not 23, but Jeremiah 9. Let's go there first. I want to show because there's an erroneous opinion going around that the Most High is a liar uses deception. And again, you know what I mean? We're not acting like that you can't go into your Bible and find various scriptures that say that. But what we are saying is the nature and character that the Messiah taught concerning his Father, which we openly profess as the Creator, the Most High, you dig, was totally different than what the scribes and what was written down at the time. You know what I mean? So you will reach into the scriptures and find scriptures that go into how the Most High used deception. And he'll put a lying spirit in the mouth of certain prophets and all that. But you also got scriptures that say, you operate in the middle of deception through deception you have not known. You know what I mean? You got scriptures that tell you not to bear false witness or lie. You understand? So how is the Creator or the Most High moving in a lying spirit? You dig? And you are held to the law where you are not supposed to be lying and bearing false witness, but then he turns around and does it. It's gonna make it make sense. Make that make sense. All right, so the first spot I want to go to is Jeremiah 9. All right, Jeremiah 9, we're going to read verses 4 through 6, Nehemiah. Matter of fact, or wherever you want to go, actually. Matter of fact, let's start at verse 1. Hey, boy, stop grabbing my jacket. What did you want? Look at all your TT laughing. Don't be laughing. Come get this little joke. All right, here, let me share this real quick. Dang. Dang. All right, let's go ahead and eat. Let's throw down a little bit with this. All right. Or are you deceived? All right. Messianic light confounds gross darkness, part 2. Or are you deceived? Make sure you're not deceived out there. Most High don't want you ignorant. And, you understand? Not knowing what's going on. Make that make sense. Don't nobody know what's going on? Everybody's deceived. Now, that ain't how the Most High rock. You understand? All right, so let's get this right here. Jeremiah 9. All right. And just like those who don't agree with what we bring out, just like they have scriptures to go to, I mean, you know, we got scriptures to go to as well. Like if you hate what's being said, you dig, well, all right, well, your thumbs ain't broke. We can shoot it out live. Whatever we've said, I said it to a few cats yesterday. Whatever I've said over the past year, I stand on it. Stand on it. So, I mean, whoever don't like it, I mean, your thumbs ain't broke. We can do it live. If you camera shy, we can do it private. But the conversation can always be had. You understand? Conversation can always be had. And the scripture tells you have a mandate in the scriptures to what? Try the spirit. But how are we trying every spirit but the one inside our book? You ain't trying the spirit, whether it be of the Almighty. All right? So how about we understand and listen to the instructions of the Most High that was taught by Messiah? Other than that, you're going to be confused because it's different information, different scribes at different time periods with different agendas, under different vibrations and inspirations had their hands, you know what I mean, on our records. Some of them are Israelites, some of them not. Some of them not. You dig? And these very scribes were the ones, or is the brotherhood that were the main enemies of the Messiah in his day. The scribes was right there persecuting him. Now, why would those who wrote down or who has the authority of writing down the histories, writing down the Torah, teaching and interpreting them? They also officers of the court, so they got the authority from the Roman Empire to put you to death. Why would the scribes be the main enemies against who we call the Messiah? Make that make sense. You feel me? You know why? Because what he taught was polar opposite than what was written down and what they received as true. So he came shaking up the status quo. You understand? So he taught his disciples, he trained his disciples up. They let Messiah and them been known. Why you think he kept saying it is written in your law? Because they understood the corruption that was evident with the Torah of their day. So for us today to act like the Torah just flawless, ain't nothing wrong with it, and it just was FedEx to us from the throne of heaven, stop that. That's not true. That's not true. So whenever we got to go into any history or even a debate about the compiling of any text, that can happen too. It's nothing but a conversation to be had, you dig? But if we talk about information, let's battle and deal with the information. All right, so Jeremiah 9, we going first, Nehemiah. You got something you want to say real quick, and then we can rock. Gorgeously designed, blessed up, sister. How you doing? Blessed up, shalom.
Yeah, also, last but not least, you know what I'm saying? You know, want to offer my condolences and prayers to Kevin Samuels' family. A lot of us have come to know Kevin Samuels over the last 2.5 years, more so than in his 7 years that he's been out here in the social media network. First 5 years he got on the men and, you know, straightened the men out. And then the last 2.5 years he got on the women. But that's when he got his most notoriety, going in on the women and trying to restore the black man and black woman back together into the relationships and marriage, and calling out things that are taboo to talk about, but need to be talked about. So, again, this man was not an enemy. We can't charge him with a level of rape and molestation and all that stuff like that. You know, people got hate for this brother like he done broken their crib and stole all their belongings, you know. So it's a sad day in Israel when I was seeing all that. I know I posted some things about it, but move on. But they just had his funeral today. I was kind of watching that on YouTube Live earlier. So again, man, may the Lord bless his mother, because no mother should have to bury her child. No parent should have to bury their child. So I know he did get that vaccine, man, and we know that vaccine, you know, it's not good for the heart whatsoever. But with that being said, you know, may the Lord bless his memory, man, and may the Most High have mercy on his soul. That's all I can offer.
Absolutely. May he bless his memory and have mercy on the brother. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Chloe Williams says, who gave them authority to be scribes? Scribes go all the way back to the times of the prophets. All the prophets had, you know, scribes, people who would record their visions and all that. You know what I mean? So, you know, it may have been, you know, by selection of a prophet, or, you know, by the time of Messiah's day, it may have been an appointment directly by the Sanhedrin, which is the Supreme Court. Either way you talk about it, it was already prophesied. Matter of fact, in this Jeremiah, we'll go to this Jeremiah 8 after we do this one. It was already prophesied in Jeremiah that the pen of the scribes will be working falsehood. You know what I mean? So yeah, that go down to either the prophet can actually, you know what I mean, ordain them or pick them, or by the time of the Messiah time, you got Roman politics ruling Jerusalem, to where everybody from the Herodians. Matter of fact, the king's seat was a Herodian. Then he started appointing all type of Herodians to the priesthood and all that. So who gave them the authority to be scribes, you understand, will have to go down to the actual ruling or oppressive regime that was over our people at the time. You know what I mean? And then as we keep going, more scribes, even when you agree upon the New Testament, most scribes have come into play who weren't even Israelites. You know what I mean? So it's a lot to come with it. That's why you gotta test the spirit. You gotta be guided by the voice of the Most High, which has been speaking to you since before you can even remember. Everybody call it their first mind, their first voice, the voice of the Most High. Common sense, street knowledge is basically the same thing. The Most High gave you common sense. That's what you came with. You came with his voice. You wasn't born with a book strapped to your back. You know what I mean? And we've gotten away from his voice, and then, you know what I mean, the fear of him is taught by the precepts of men. You know what I mean? So that's what that's basically about right there. But let's get this Jeremiah 9, Nehemiah. You got anything else you want to say before we start, or you good?
No, that was just it, man. That was just it. Just sending out, you know what I'm saying, prayers to that family, man. Again, no son should be buried by their parent. And that's what we witnessed. And then the rhetoric that went on social media. And his mother's on social media. She had to learn that her son died on social media, and then had to watch the hate spewed by people that this man never physically, literally knew, or, you know, who houses he never invaded, never committed a crime. Crime by definition, property or personal injury. He never did that to none of y'all. Not y'all like y'all, but you know what I mean. So anyway, just prayers to that family. So that's about it for me. Keep me in your prayers. I keep y'all in your prayers as well. And let's get it.
All right, Jeremiah 9. Jeremiah 9 is where we going first, family. Jeremiah 9, we're going to start in verse 1. All right, Nehemiah, how you feeling, though? I know you were saying you was at the dentist. Is you cool to read, or you?
Yeah, I can get some read in for you. Yeah, so Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that my head were waters, and my eyes a fountain of tears, that I may weep day and night for the slain of the daughter of my people. Oh, that I have in the wilderness a lodging place of wavering men, that I may leave my people and go from them, for they be adulterers, an assembly of treacherous men. Ooh.
Oh, you heard what Jeremiah say right there, boy? He like, look, I'd rather go live off in seclusion. You understand? Because all of his people, he like, bro, everybody's evil, everybody's wicked. At this time, Israel is up under the vibration of the false gods. They're not under the Creator. Jeremiah is up under the vibration of the Creator, but not the nation. Not the nation. That's why Jeremiah is known as the weeping prophet. He was always crying, trying to get our people to understand. He taught with a lot of passion. You know what I mean? The Most High called him from his mama's womb. So he took this very, very serious, right? But he was saying, like, at times it gets so real with your people to where you just want to be in seclusion. Leave me alone. You did? Because everybody's what, being led by an evil inclination. Meaning what? Everybody is under the inspiration of the false gods. That's true. That's true. And we write in the Bible showing you this. Now watch this. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And they bend their tongues like their bow for lies, but they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth, for they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, said Yahweh.
You see, saved the Most High. So how could the Almighty be down with lies? And he's telling you that his people are acting in a way that's not, you know what I mean, that's not equaling to his character. He's telling you right here. And they bend their bows like their bow for lies. If he's down with lying, how is he angry or mad at his people for lying? For being evil? He creates evil and does evil, right? So why would he be mad at you for doing evil? Or creating evil?
And you made in his image.
He said right here, but they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth. Wow. And they knows what he says. They have no knowledge of me. They don't know me. Now this is our people. Temple standing, sacrifices going off, Torah portions being read. All that. Sabbaths being kept. You see that? Circumcision being performed. And look what he's saying. They still don't know me. They don't know me, saith the Most High, Yahweh. Go ahead,
Looks like he said hallelujah, shalom in that one. That take ye heed one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother. For every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. And they will deceive everyone, his neighbor, and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongues to speak lies and weary themselves to commit iniquity.
Verse 6, look at this. Look at what he just said. They have what? They have taught their tongue to speak lies. They taught themselves. How are you going to put this on the Most High, that the Most High lies and uses deception? And he don't get down like that, but you know who do? You know who do? The false gods. That meaning Satan and everybody that run with him. Any of these false gods over any of these so-called, or these deities over these so-called nations, whether they be ancient or modern. It's saying that the people have taught their tongue to speak lies and weary themselves to commit iniquity, tire themselves out to do something evil. Verse 6, look at this out.
Thine habitation is in the midst of deceit.
Yeah.
Through deceit they refuse to know me, saith the Most High.
You see that? Through deceit they refuse to know me. That's twice he talking about the knowledge of himself within a few verses. Within a few verses, he talking about the knowledge of him. He's like, look, you don't know me through deception. If you out here being treacherous and lying and all that, that ain't the Most High. That ain't him. He ain't taught you that. You did, but you'll see. All you got to do is look at the behavior of those claiming that they are his devoted or devoted servants. Just look at the behavior. The behavior lets you know if they following the Most High or they following the false gods. The behavior. That's all it come down to. That right there just showed that deception and lying is opposite of the knowledge of the Most High, the Creator. Yahweh. Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh, however you want to get down, right? If you are in deceit, if you are in the spirit of lying, if that's what you're dealing with, then that's opposite of the knowledge of him. All right? Is that what we just read, Nehemiah?
That's what we read.
Man, if y'all got some understanding, give us a four for the tribe up in this deal, man. Give us a four for the tribe. All praise, glory, and honor. Boy, what you mean I know it for? What? Now, if you believe that the Most High lies and does evil and, do all that, then you got to deal with that. Because that means you putting a free case on the Almighty. That's not the behavior that the Messiah, the master teacher, taught about his father. Let's go there. John chapter 8.
You wanted to go to that Jeremiah 8 real quick.
Hold that real quick. I want to show somebody something. Then we'll jump back to Jeremiah 8. Let's go to John 8. Let's go to John 8. Man, chill on all that wine, boy. Go to John the 8th chapter. Let's get her done. Because when it get real tight, you know what the Negro do? He said, well, hell, shit, God lie. Let me go ahead and give me a lie off if it's going to benefit. God used deception. But last I read, Messiah say, Israelite indeed, in whose mouth there is no God. There is no deception. Are there things written about the Most High that he's deceiving? And yeah, it is. But those things are written against him. And when we get to the Nazarene Acts, you'll see that. These things are written against him. All right, John 8:31. Let's go into what the Messiah, the character that the Messiah taught concerning his father. Let's see if he gonna put a lie on his father or he gonna put it on Slick Willie. Men don't realize that a lot of our people are guilty of blaming the Most High. You're blaming him for all the evil that goes down. If you claim that should there be evil in the city and the Lord ain't done it. You dig? And then when you see something evil happen, like what happened in Buffalo, you niggas got to say the Lord did it. Don't have to say the Lord did it. Since he don't want to do the evil, right? You have to say the heathen that shot up the Buffalo supermarket that dropped your people. Oh, that was the Lord. The Lord did that. Huh? I mean, how far are we going to go with this? Are we free casing the Most High now? We going to treat him like what? He just some chump sucker? Ned the wino at the corner? What are we doing here? How far does this go? The Most High does evil. He lies. He kills. So when a brother or sister decides, you know what? It's time for me to lie. It's time for me to kill. It's time for me to slander, get angry, and get jealous, and do all this other madness. You know what I mean? How can you get mad at the brother or sister? After all, they're only acting like what's written. That's why the one Negro fancy himself an elder, graced the planet in all his bathrobes. He done look. He done twisted the Torah so wicked. This Negro, as punishment, this Negro punishes one of his women and put cayenne pepper down her vaginal cavity. Oh, but this man is a man of the Most High because this nigga got fringes sweeping the floor. Come on, man, make that make sense. You know what I mean? You're not gonna play us with the, you know what I mean, with the games. The games. Hold on. It say this. Yeah, we know you niggas can read. You can read. We know. It only comes down to what? Our understanding of what's being read. That's it. That's it. And what you're going to realize is this. Reading the Bible, you can pick any topic you want, and it's going to be, guess what? It's going to be different perspectives on every topic you pick. You know why, y'all? Because it was put together like that. It was put together by multiple scribes from multiple times and periods under different agendas and under different inspirations. Yes, you dealing with contradictions and conflicts. You are. So if you don't know the character of the Most High, you'll never be able to find them in there. You gotta know how to navigate through these murky waters and find the Most High. How do you do that? Listen to what the Messiah teaches. Listen to what the Messiah teaches. You understand? He about to go in and tell you about the character of his father right here, and it's polar opposite. You understand, to the character or the behavior, you feel me, of the religious leaders and the elites of his day. Total opposite. And they are acting that way because they are under the vibration of the false gods, y'all. It's just the truth. Look at the behavior. Is that righteous? Is that righteous? Now watch this. John chapter 8. John chapter 8. Verse 31. Let's throw that.
John chapter 8, verse 31.
Yeah.
Then said the Messiah to those Jews which believed on him, if you continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed.
My word. See? He letting it be known like, all right, well, these are Yahudim that believe. But he's telling you got to continue in the teaching. And that's what I be telling, bro. Well, what's just so much shit? Well, since it's contradictions, where should we start? With the Messiah's teaching. That's where you start at. And never abandon common sense. If it don't make sense, don't even force yourself into it. And again, nobody can make you believe nothing. Don't let these men and women put you in bondage out here. You understand? Because none of them believe the same stuff. None of them. None of them. Watch this. So he's saying continue in his word, what he teaches, because he's the master teacher and he had disciples or students that were basically enrolled in his school. You dig? Oh, wait, let's get it. Verse 32.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make ye free.
Oh, wait.
That's a short one sentence, but it speaks profound. Because if you already had the truth in what you call the Bible, there would be no need for the Messiah to come. So for the Messiah to pop up on the scene and tell you, and ye shall know the truth, that means somebody's been living a lie. This is also what Jeremiah is pointing out. And again, like Malaki had explained, you dealing with Jeremiah, who is the son of a Levite. So he's in the temple. He understands the officiating order. He understands the feast days. He understands the moons that they were taught. He understands the blowing of the trumpets. He understands the shofar. He understands the whole sacrifice system and all that. But then he was also the prophet that was given the understanding that they never knew my ways. They never knew the truth. The Israel was standing just like they was in the time of Rome when Christ touched down. You got to understand, these same people were in their temple. They wasn't sacrificing pork. They was calling on YHWH'S as they thought, But we know, according to we read Amos, that they was built tabernacles to Malaki and Sheol. So the whole time you've been living in this culture, thinking that it's Israelite culture, it was actually in service to a false deity. That's what you see. So you have the priests that officiate and govern the handling of the word, right? And then you got the prophets who are receiving something from the Most High saying, look, these people going off. And everybody will tell you, oh, they committed idolatry. They going off. But they don't point you to no idol. Now understand, they're actually telling the truth. You have been worshiping and under the vibration of the false gods ever since you've been in the wilderness. David came to realize it in Psalms 95. We all come to realize, say, man, look, you have never known my ways. You feel me? So when you hear scriptures like that and you hear stuff like this, it should hit a little different. Amos 5, Psalms 95, we just read it, Jeremiah 9. So when you come to this conclusion, like, okay, where in the world am I going wrong? They keep saying we worshiped idols. We kept going whoring. We kept committing fornication. But they don't point you to no singular act, because every act that was being performed in that temple was the actual fornication, was the actual harlotry and all that. And that's why with somebody like the Rechabites, me and Malaki talked about them before, The Rechabites can come along and keep the words of their father and learn what their father told them not to engage in strong drink and all that. And these men found favor with the Most High forever. Even on top of that, if you go back and look at the history, we were looking through some history, and it was a slave that was owned by a newspaper writer, right? And the slave told them that he knew where he came from. He was from the Rechabites, which is a sub-tribe of Israel, right? This is a slave. And so there were two men that showed up in I think it was in South Carolina, and they were speaking a language that they didn't understand, so they took them to the Jewish people. The Jewish people understood everything they were saying. They told them that they're black Jews that came over here. I'm talking about they dressed, looking clean, cut, and all that, right? So then when he went over and he told him, he said, man, look, I told you I was from the Rechabites. So what I'm just saying is, I put up an old article too. We have to understand that these people are trying to keep you in bondage to a death culture that didn't benefit Israel at no point. If we was in the temple officiating the way God said do it according to Moses, and that was the right way, there would be no need for the Messiah saying, I am the way and the truth and the life. There would be no need to say that. And that's why you always see us say, well, from the beginning, you have heard it this way, or you have said, but from the beginning was not so. You constantly getting correction, bro. Constantly eating correction. So yeah, that's just my little quick spiel on it real quick.
Nah, I feel that. I mean, if you already had truth, what was the need for Messiah to come and show you how to live truth? You already had it. You already had it. But let's do that. John 8 and where we at? 33?
Yep. They answered him, we be Abraham's seed, and we're never in bondage to any man. How sayest thou, ye shall made free? Ye shall be made free. And the Messiah answered them, verily, verily, I say unto you, truthfully, truthfully, I say unto you, whosoever committed sin or transgression of the law is the servant of sin, whoever you yield your members to. And the servant abideth not in the house forever, but the son abideth forever. So that's how he was able to speak on that situation. Now they're over there having their time with that baby boy. Go ahead and roll the screen up a little bit, bro. I'm going to go ahead and probably have to pull it up on my phone. That way at least I can stay until you need me to stop. If the sons therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed. I know that ye are Abraham's seed, but ye seek to kill me, because my word hath no place in you. Now how can you be the seed of God and you know from the beginning that you should not be a murderer? You got that law, but yet you got murder in your heart. Ooh-wee. The children of God, huh? Murder in their heart. I speak that which I have seen with my father, and ye do that which ye have seen with your father. Ooh-wee. Ain't no nice way to say
right
that.
there. So we be coming out and we say, look, man, Israel, for the most part, from leaving Egypt, the wilderness, getting into the promised land, going into captivity, coming out of captivity, both look, northern and southern kingdoms. You know what I mean? On down to the Roman dispensation time and all that. Look, he's admitting right there that they up under the vibration of the false gods, bro. I don't know why it's so hard for people to see. If he's saying, I speak that which I have seen with my father, and you do that which you have seen with your father. Trip off that. So there's two different fathers here. Who he's speaking about is not who they speaking about. And trip off this. These are those who claim they believe in him. So this is talking to every Messianic Hebrew Israelite that's listening or that's alive right now, period. Because these same cats who we talking to, you understand, claim they believed in him. If you go back up to John 8 and 30, then said he to those Yahudim that believe, if you continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. These are those who are claiming with their mouth to believe. You see? But trip off this, was still up under the vibration of the false gods. because his father and their father are not the same. If I'm making sense, please give me a 3 up in the chat. We can just slow this down. You dig? Oh, man, okay, here you go talking about the false gods. Well, who is the father that the Messiah is talking about that they worship and listen to? Who he talking about? He ain't talking about his father. His father is not their father. See, it's right in there, y'all. We got to do is slow down. We ain't making none of this up. But because men have been religified, because true about this, y'all, these false gods have played us like puppies. Got you ready to kill children. Can't wait to burn something. Bash heads against the walls. Come on, bro. Stop that. Stop that. You know deep down ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. If whatever voice you identify as the Most High mysteriously came to you right now and told you to do something such as kill your child, you know good and well, and name one of y'all. Name one of y'all is going to do that. Because you know better. You know better. You see that? That right there, John 8:38 is right there, and that right there shows the difference between who the Messiah was teaching about and who the religious leaders of his day were speaking about. The masses was following the leaders until the Messiah pop up and he started teaching and openly demonstrating the kingdom of heaven. You dig? Right in front of them. In essence, destroying their message. So I thought that was always profound, bro. When I slowed down and read this neat John 8:38, he's separating his father from their father. That's where you start. What you mean the false God? They was worshiping the same God or the father that the Messiah was talking about. No, they wasn't. They wasn't. No, they was not. No, they was not. No, they was not. And you speaking about people who more than likely live a more holier life than us.
They definitely have Christmas and stuff.
Go ahead, Nick.
No, I'm just saying they definitely ain't had the life we got, boy. The Most High, even the sinners of that time would turn their graves. They laid out on us today, boy. You heard what I just said? The sinners of Israel will look till today and see the way we moving. Boy, even the sinners will turn over in their graves, boy. But we are outside with wickedness. The thought culture, whore culture, you know what I'm saying? This single independent culture, this not do nothing as a man culture. I mean, boy, we outside, boy. We are outside bad. But it's a well-devised plan. And I talked about that on my Facebook page today. Right? It's a well-devised plan. It goes back to 1712, a Willie Lynch letter. It's in there. It's right in there. And it tells you. And you look at that, that's the perfect breakdown of what's going on right now. You see what I'm saying? It's good economics to deal with the woman. You see what I'm saying? Break the man is like breaking a horse. Break the man all the way down in front of him. Make the woman dependent. You know, give her all the benefits, socials and all that. And then she don't need no man no more. And then guess what? She'll give the children right on over to you, bro. They give them right on over to you. I'll put the link in the room if you want to read it. But yeah, it's the Willie Lynch letter, man. I'm talking about it'll blow your mind. And something that old is still that frighteningly accurate today. That is something. I wonder if this is it. Let me see if it let me post it in here. All right. If y'all can, or if y'all want to real quick, now if you want to click on that link, I just kind of want to show something. And I know it's a little off the rails. I mean, we ain't got to. They got the link in there, though. So, only thing you got to do, y'all, is just go right down to the part where it says cardinal principles for making a Negro. Ooh-wee. The cardinal principles to making a Negro. This was written back in 1712. Some say it's fact, some say it's fiction. Yeah, we are definitely worse than our forefathers. And they got us kicked out the kingdom. So imagine where we would be now. We would be under the kingdom. We so bad, we'd be under hill. Literally. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to read a smaller insert. If y'all clicked on that link, if y'all did, and go down to the part where it says cardinal principles for making a Negro. And right where it says, it's going to be in bold, you must keep your eye and thoughts on the female and her offspring. I mean, read the whole thing if you ever get a chance, but I'm telling you, it tells you right there. And you will see that same play out today. I'm going to go ahead and read that small insert. Now, the breaking process is the same for both the horse and the nigger, only slightly varying in degrees. But as we said before, there is an art in long-range economics and planning. You must keep your eye and thoughts on the female and the offspring of the horse and the nigger. A brief discourse in offspring development will shed light on the key to sound economic principles. Pay little attention to the generation of original breaking, but concentrate on future generations. That's how your enemy thinks. Therefore, if you break the female mother, she will break the offspring in its early years of development. And when the offspring is old enough to work, she will deliver it up to you, and her normal female protective tendencies will have been lost in the original breaking process. You can't make this up. And yeah, Joseph, our brother Joseph, that's exactly right. Where you had got that from. That documentary. Yep, the rebirth of a nation. Them group of Israelite brothers did a documentary. I got it. I wanted to upload it, but it's too large. I got all the parts. I combined it into one full documentary video. I got to figure a way to send it. It's too large to send out. But it's called Reclaiming the Throne. It's a great work. It's a great work that them brothers did in that video. And yeah, the information about that's where I was talking about. So yeah, exactly right, Hebrew. All right, Mally, where you want me to start at, bro?
Verse 39 right there.
All right, verse 39. They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. See, they thinking with the flesh. Jesus said unto them, ye were Abraham's children. We were Abraham's children. Ye would do the works of Abraham, because Abraham was no murderer like that. But now ye seek to kill me, a man that has told you the truth, which I have heard of God. This did not Abraham. See, Abraham got the truth from God, which was contrary to what he knew because he was in a house full of idols. He dealt with idolatry. His whole upbringing was paganism over in Mesopotamia. His whole upbringing was paganism until he heard the truth of God. Now, he didn't want to kill God. He didn't want to, lay death upon the Most High. So the Most High told him to lay death on them idols. And the Most High be cold like that. Anyway, I'm going to finish reading. Ye do the deeds of your father. Then they said to him, we be not born of fornication. We have one father, even God. He's shooting way over their head. They think they talking about carnality. But we're not children of fornication. We had one father. Man, Most High, look, Christ was way over their head. The Messiah said unto them, if Elohim were your father, or if YHWH was your father, ye will love me, for I proceeded forth and came from the Most High. Neither came I of myself, but he sent me. Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my word. Here it go right here. Ye of your father, devil. Boy, ain't no nice way to say that, boy. Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. And when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, not the Most High made him do it. He speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So that lying spirit, when he tried to lay on the Most High, did not proceed from the Father. Not the Most High, it proceeded from their father, which is the devil, the deceiver.
Yep, and that's what I wanted to show, because you got scriptures to talk about the strong delusion, or how the Most High, or who they call is the Lord God sends out lying spirits and all that. You know what I mean? What I've been showing, and what we've been showing, is that what the Messiah taught is polar opposite than what was believed and received at the time. That's the truth, man. That's the automatic truth. You dig? Because we just read in Jeremiah that if you are under deception, then you don't know the Most High. You know what I mean? You don't know him. Then we get up in here and he said, you know, I speak what I've heard from my father, and you speak what you've heard with your father. So then he separated. Look, we ain't talking about the same. They get fleshly and say Abraham. He was like, even if I was talking about Abraham, you would be doing the works of Abraham if that was your father. Oh, our father is God. That shows you that God is a title, because it's clear that who they are under the vibration of is not who the Messiah is talking about. And that's what I be trying to tell everybody. If we run with Deuteronomy 18, that the prophet that Moses was prophesying about is Yahshua, the Messiah. You feel me? And then we see the Mount of Transfiguration, and then, you know, Peter, James, and John, they like, look, let's make a tabernacle for Moses, Elijah, and the Messiah. The Most High says, no, hear him. I told a mumble mouth brother that yesterday. I said, because he tried to call me non-messianic or something, Nehemiah. He tried to call me, look, cat, we know. You know what I mean? He graces the world in his bathrobes as well. But he had the nerve to try to call me a non-messianic, like on some slick. I said, boy, let me tell you something. I'm so messianic, I believe the teachings of the Messiah are superior to them little Torah portions you stealing and copying every day or every weekend. You dig? So I knew that would rattle some cages right there, right? So when I said that, it's another cat try to jump in and you know, because it hit his spirit. See, we ain't talking about the same father. We not talking about the same Messiah either. So it hit his spirit. Oh, no, brother, I wouldn't say that he's more superior. And this ain't even the cat I'm talking to. I wouldn't say he's superior than the Torah portions. I would say that, you know, he's equal to them or something. I'm like, bro, look, stop all that. And so then I posted right in there, Matthew chapter 5, where he say, the Torah says this, but I say this. He's giving a total different breakdown, rendering, and judgment than what is received as the truth and what is written down at the time. What was written down was produced by the scribes, the very scribes who were against him. So he's saying right here, you of your father, the devil. There go the false god right there. While everybody mad at honor and humility for quoting the obvious or saying what you afraid to say. We just saying what you afraid to say. Right there, he's telling the religious leaders, y'all, who got the authority, who have political authority to put this man to death. He telling them, nah, y'all up under the vibration of the false gods, mainly the devil. Look at that. And then he said, like, these are the attributes of the devil. Look at this. Look at this. It says, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. Everywhere we go into will be called the law and the prophets, and we read that the Most High commanded you to shed blood, shed innocent blood, kill infants, kill animals that ain't did nothing to you. You dig? That right there is showing you that's not the Most High. According to the Messiah, the devil was a murderer from the beginning. So everywhere you see where it says, thus saith the Lord, go kill all the children and infants, that's not the Most High. Where you see the Most High tell Abraham, kill your son, that's not the Most High. I know I just made somebody mad now. What you mean the Most High ain't tell Abraham to kill his boy? His boy.
Boy.
No, I'm going to come on out and tell you what it was. Messiah just said the devil was the murderer. The Most High wants you to kill one of your children, which are his children. Your sons are his sons. Your daughter are his daughters. Make that make sense.
They can't, and then they won't admit that it's a contradiction. They can't even. That word is scared to be said out of their mouth.
Come on, man. You gotta question that, because if you ain't finna go kill your child, if God told you to go kill your child right now, if you ain't finna do it, then you gotta question everywhere where you read about murder. You gotta question that. Hold on. That ain't the Most High. Why would he tell him to kill his son? And then you look at the 6 o'clock news and woman snaps and put all her babies in the oven. Oh man, that's messed up, man. Wicked. She wicked. Well, hold on. She said God told her to do it. See? You got to watch that. You got to watch free case in the Almighty. We don't free case the Most High over here. What we teach about the Most High is what the Messiah taught about his father. That's what it is right there. And that's how you supposed to be getting down. Don't let these men free case you into forcing you into believing that the Most High is evil, wicked, bloodthirsty, angry. That don't even make sense. The hell is he jealous over? Ain't no competition with the Almighty. Who he in competition with? Anytime there's jealousy and envy, that's because the competition is around. Come on, man, get that together. Stop it. The Messiah said that the devil was the murderer from the beginning. So everywhere where you see, go murder. You understand? Thus saith the Lord, or even if it don't say thus saith the Lord, everywhere where you see murder, that's not the Most High. That's not the Most High. He don't need you to go. Look, the Most High owns every soul and spirit. He tell you that in Ezekiel, all souls are mine. And if he want the spirit back, that's what he got to do. Just recall it. That's like they do with your car parts today. It's a recall on your airbag. You just recall it. Time to come on. He don't need you to go out there and shed blood and put to death something that he gave life to. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. You dig? So this right here, y'all, is the Torah of the Most High, because that's what the Messiah taught. The Messiah taught the instructions of the Most High, which he heard of his father. And a lot of times what he spoke was polar opposite than what was written down. I know certain people are mad, but it's the truth. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaks a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it. He the one that laid the seed for the lion. He the father of it. He's the progenitor of a lion. You got to be careful putting that murder jacket. Don't be free casing the Most High, blaming him. Because if that's the case, white boy that shot up the Buffalo Market, the Most High did that. Huh?
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Huh? Should there be evil in the city and the Lord ain't done it? You know Amos 3 everybody like to go to. Huh? So whenever you see evil going on, whenever you see somebody raped and beat down and murdered and killed and bro, you got to say the Most High did that thing.
Wait, Malaki. They try to play it safe. He allowed it.
Ah, see, here you go with all
that. They try to play it safe. That's
all right, so now we talking about free will. What are we talking about here? Free will? That's a different topic.
Wait a minute.
Topic. You niggas saying the Most High lies. He does evil. He inspires evil. He's angry. He's jealous. He's bloodthirsty. Dead flesh, blood, and fat smell good to him. That's what y'all say. We saying like, nah, brother, that ain't what the Messiah taught, so we ain't rocking with it. After all, he is the master teacher that was anointed and raised up to teach the Torah that the Most High, you understand, gave him. The problem is what he teaches is opposite of what they got written down in many cases, and that makes everybody mad. That's why they was trying to stone. They was always trying to murder him, kill him. You see that? Look at this. I'd say, Malak, you got a valid point. All praise to the Most High, bro. So let's not let's not play. The Messiah taught a different character. He taught about a different Most High than what the nation was up under and what the religious leaders of his day were inspired by. All right, that's all we saying in a nutshell, and we got the scriptures to prove it. All right, but you know, we always want to make sure it's clear and precise. So if it's clear and precise, give us a 9 up in the chat. All right. Verse 45, because I tell you the truth, you believe me not. Which of you convinced me of sin? Straight. And if I say the truth, why do you not believe me? He that is of the Most High heareth the Most High's words. You therefore hear them not, because you are not of the Most High. And the word he talking about, y'all, ain't nothing that you lick your fingers and flip to. The word that he's talking about is what's coming out of his mouth. See, and these men love, oh, we got the precepts, brother. Listen to me. All y'all got the same precepts and different understandings. You ain't figured it out by now? How you got the same precepts, but y'all don't understand the precepts the same? How? Everybody in Israel got the same precepts, but different understanding. Yeah, you've been played like a fiddle. That's it. False gods been playing you like a puppet. So now it's time to come out and expose the false gods. That's all we've been doing. And we understand that right there makes people angry. We understand. It ain't no thing. We built for it. We got thick skin. You understand? But all we trying to do is get you away from the false gods. You don't want to end up in judgment. Stop that. You don't want to end up in hells and, you know what I mean, getting tortured. And, man, look. And you don't want to be no subservient slave to these false gods either. So get yourself together, man. You dig? You know what behavior ain't right. You know when you read something, you say, oh, no, that don't even sound right. You know. You dig? I'm saying never abandon common sense. That's all I'm saying. Don't abandon common sense, man. Most High gave you that. That's what you can go on with. His voice. So let his voice be your guide. All right, we got 9s in the building. Nehemiah, bless up.
Yeah, y'all, we got over 60 people watching, y'all. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up on that deal. You know how I used to tell you. Hey, it's funny. I used to talk about algorithms get to popping. Everybody on their videos be saying, come on, man, hit the likes. I get the algorithms popping. They kind of influential a little bit, brother.
Yeah. They, you know, people be fronting like they ain't listening. They be listening, man. Try to be listening. All right, we're going to Jeremiah 8. We're going to Jeremiah 8. We're going to talk about these scribes, man. Because obviously the Messiah had a problem with the scribes. Had a problem with the religious elite of his day. Obviously, that's too easy to explain. All right, the Most High ain't about none of that. The Most High has your best interest in heart. He just wants us to do right, man. You know what I mean? He just wants us to do right. And yeah, you know, these things that we do and go through, we bring upon ourselves. You did? But he wants us to do right, take responsibility. Take responsibility, man. You spilled it, you clean it up.
That's it.
You know what I mean? You spilled it, you clean it up. He gave you the example. He gave you Messiah. He gave you the master teacher. You understand? So he got his ink already. He say, look, where I'm going to receive you there. So kindle it till he show up. You know what I mean? Kindle it, get it cracking. What are we doing? All right. Jeremiah 8. All right, Jeremiah 8.
Jeremiah 8 and 8.
Yeah.
How do ye say we are wise, and the law of the Most High is with us? Lo, certainly, in vain made he it. The pen of the scribes is in vain.
What verse 9 say?
The wise men are ashamed. They are dismayed and taken.
Hold on, bro. The wise men are those that claim that the Torah is with them. The ones that's doing the Torah portions right now. How do you say we are wise and the Torah of Yah is with us? The wise men are ashamed. Look at what it say, huh?
Lo, they have rejected the word of the Most High and what wisdom is in them.
Wow, so the word of the Most High must not be the Torah
that's written down. Can't be, because the scribes have interjected falsehood into it. So anybody that put their trust fully in that will be ashamed, right? And they have rejected the word of the Most High. You understand? I'm going to tell y'all, look, listen to me. The word of the Most High has always been with you. It's called common sense. So you're trading the divine gift of the Almighty, his voice, common sense, street knowledge, basically. It's common sense. You're trading that for a text that clearly has lies in it. For example, if there's a burning building and the voice of the Most High told you, you better not go in that building. You understand? That building about to collapse. But a Negro pop up with 1,000 scriptures talking about, thus saith the Most High, thou shalt march hook, line, and sinker into the building. You know what we at as a people? We're going to march hook, line, and sinker into that burning building, even though it goes against everything that makes sense to us. You understand? When religion or indoctrination overrides common sense, overrides the voice of the Creator, the Most High, y'all, ignorance, you understand, is the new norm. It's the new norm. It's the new norm now. That's just what it is. You feel me? Because it overrides common sense. Ignorance can override common sense. We in a bad place. We're in a bad place. You know what I mean? Indoctrination overrides common sense. Like everything in you is telling you, do not touch that. Don't do that. Leave over there. Turn that way. And because somebody can read something to you and something that Jeremiah is saying, that those who were in charge of writing it have put lies in it. How do you trust that over your own common sense is all I'm saying. Now, I ain't saying it ain't jewels and, you know, things you can build on and apply practically in real time from the Bible. Of course it is. But you got to be real with yourself. Y'all, there are traps and snares in it too. Be real. There are contradictions. There are conflicts. The false gods is all up in there. You got to know how to navigate, you know what I mean, through those murky waters. All right? So knows what he's saying and what wisdom is in them. Now, let's just look at a different version because some people like to get lost in translation. So we're going to look at different version about Jeremiah 8:8.
Bible Hub.
Yeah, Bible Hub, or you stay in Blue Letter, bro. Either one. Click on the verse and go to Bible translation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the NLT. So you got the KJV right here. All right, the New King James Version says, how can you say we are wise and the law of the Most High is with us? Look, the false pen of the scribe certainly works falsehood. Look at that. Certainly. How do you claim to be wise and you got the Torah, but you ain't realizing what you carrying around has scribal lies in it? So you got to be careful in how you read and take it in. You know what I mean? You got to be careful. You be out here trying to put cayenne pepper down your woman's vaginal cavity, calling yourself an elder.
Ooh-wee.
NLT. How can you say we are wise because we had a word of the Most High when your teachers, see, the scribes were the teachers. See, people don't know that. They ain't just writing it down, y'all. They the ones you got to go get the understanding from. When your teachers have twisted it by writing lies, so your teachers write it. The scribes, they not only write, they also teach. Look at that. And here comes the Messiah, who was anointed by the Most High, who has the word of the Most High in his mouth. In his mouth. You feel me? Confounding everybody. And that threatened their power that they had over the people. That's why they was always trying to kill him. They were always trying to kill him. They indicted the Messiah and everything, man. Closed door session, secret indictment. That was all, it was all political. It was all political. NIV, how can you say we are wise for we had a law of the Lord when actually the lion pen of the scribes have handled it? What is it? Handled it or the Torah or the law falsely. Torah, y'all, simply mean instructions. That's it. So the Messiah came with the instructions of his father. All right. And they got plenty of this stuff in here, y'all. YLT. How do you say we are wise and the law of Jehovah is with us? Surely, lo, falsely it have wrought the false pen of the scribes. They got a Jerusalem one too I was looking for. But y'all get the point, though. Y'all get the point, right? The what everybody's calling the law, y'all, is the Torah, the instructions, the physical Torah that's written down, the literal Torah, right? And everywhere you go, that Jeremiah 8:8 is showing you that has to do with scribal errors and lies, right? And the word lie is where they get the word lie from the word vain. Let's go look this vain up real quick so you can see what it is.
Strong's H8267. Sheker.
That's almost like Shakur, Tupac Shakur. That's crazy. Hebrew. But look, right here. Vain they using right there, y'all. It means lie, lying, false, falsely, vain, wrongfully, deceitful. There go that deception again. So you telling me it's the Most High that inspired the scribe to write deception into the text? Stop it. Stop it. Lie, deception, disappointment, falsehood, deception. Look at this. Fraud, wrong, fraudulently, falsehood, falsity, lie, in vain. Look at this. Look at this. So when it says the pen of the scribes is in vain, it means the pen of the scribes work with falsehood. It's lying. It's deceitful. All right. See, as y'all can see, we're not making any of this up. We're not making any of it up. You dig? We're not making none of it up. All right. Now, what I want to do is go show something too, real quick. The whole thing is about us not being deceived. All right, well, let's go show a few things. Let's go to Exodus 6 real quick. Then we're going to get into this. I'm going to go to Exodus 6 and a spot in Genesis, and then we're going to get into the Nazarene Acts of the Apostles. You dig? We're going to go to Exodus 6, 1 through 3. Bless up. Exodus 6, 1 through 3. Let's make sure we're not deceived. And let's show one of these. Because, well, okay, well, what's the error? Where did the scribes get it wrong at Malaki? Where did the scribes get it wrong yet? All right, well, let's see. Let's see. Bro, you adding to and taking away from. Nah, I'm not a scribe. You got to go out at the scribes on that one, player. We just simply reading the text and we exposing the false God. We got to hit the God body. Body them false gods, man. Body them. No, you can't have my mind. You can't have my family. I refuse to bow and worship. You know what I mean? I refuse to bow and worship thou. No. You dig? Straight up. We're going to stand with the Most High over this way. And we're going to follow the teachings of the Messiah because he was anointed and sent to do that. You dig? And what he did, he was murdered for. All right? Exodus 6 and 1. Nehemiah, where you at, huh?
Right here.
Okay, can you read that for me?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's rock.
Then the Most High said unto Moses, now shalt thou see what I will do to Pharaoh, for with a strong hand shall he let them go, and with the strong hand shall he drive them out of the land. O Yah spake unto Moses and said, unto him I am the Most High.
I am the Most High. Let's see what he used. All right, the capital Lord is right there. What did he use for that?
Strong's H3068. Yehovah.
Yahuwah, Yahweh, Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh is right there. So you get Yahweh out of that, Yahovah, Yahweh. Some brothers say Yahuwah, whatever. I ain't getting caught in all that. But notice how the Most High announced himself to Moses. I am the Most High, or the Creator. That's his name right there. Right? Now watch this. Let's go back. I am the Most High. Go ahead. Verse 3.
I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob by the name of God.
By the name of God Almighty. By the name of God Almighty, which is El Shaddai. Some of y'all may have heard that before. El, which is the singular form of Elohim, El Shaddai. All right, mighty. So he telling Moses I appeared unto Abraham, Isaac, and unto Jacob by the name El Shaddai. Go ahead.
But by my name, Jehovah, Yahweh, Jehovah,
Let's read it. Let's read how it is. Go ahead.
was I known to them.
So he said, but by my name, Jehovah, was I not known to them. And we know what it was supposed to really say, y'all. I'm just trying to make a point real quick. All right, just ride with me for a second. The Most High is saying to Moses right here, this name of Yehovah or Jehovah, Yahweh, YHWH'S, I'm introducing myself to you as this name, but I was never known to your forefathers by this name. Is that what we just read, Nehemiah?
That is what we just read.
That is what, if that's what we just read, give us a 4 up in the chat. All right, let's go ahead and understand this, because I know Israelites that try to explain this away, and it never makes sense. When you hear the breakdowns on it, you be like, huh? Like, bro, come on. That says right there. I don't even know why you need 100 precepts to explain what that means. It's clear as day, ain't it? But by my name, Jehovah or Yahweh, was I not known to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Is that not what that says? That says that, correct? So that means we shouldn't be able to reach back nowhere with Abraham, Isaac, or Jacob and see them calling on Yahweh. YHWH. That's what that means. Ain't that right, Nehemiah?
And what that mean, I understand where you finna go with it.
Y'all see this? No word, when we flip back into Genesis, Abraham, Isaac, or Jacob should not be calling on the name of Yahweh or Jehovah that we have it right here. Because he just said they never knew me by that name. But by my name, Jehovah, was I not known. They didn't have no knowledge that was the Creator's name, according to Exodus 6:3. And see, this is what people mad. They mad as we point these things out. Like, man, that say that right there. So what you gonna do about it?
Then they'll come up with some type of ridicule or some type of sarcasm, and then try to throw the conversation off.
Try to deflect. We ain't doing the deflection. Either you a wolf or you crying wolf. If you want to swing swords, look, get in the ring. Look, you either gonna get in the ring or get under the wing. Either one. You know what I mean? But don't play like we slow and stupid. Everybody can read. You went to school and they taught you reading comprehension. They taught you about context clues. Your children can understand that. But by my name, Jehovah, was I not known to them. They didn't have the knowledge that was the Creator's name, according to Exodus 6:3. Ain't no need for y'all to get mad at us. We just showing you the text. Now watch this, Nehemiah. Let's flip back to Genesis. I got a few spots in Genesis I want to go to.
I already know you do, brother.
Let's go to Genesis 13. We're going to read Genesis 13. We're going to read 1 through 4. Bless up. I'm glad y'all getting some understanding. I see foes in the chat.
Oh, excuse me, y'all. I am so sorry.
Let's go ahead and get it. You know what I mean? Look, we just pointing out what it is. And y'all, regardless if Nehemiah and Malaki pointed it out, regardless if Honor and Humility pointed it out, regardless if YAH'KI and them pointed it out, it's still there. Somebody gonna ask you, well, hold on, why he say that? You know, he never was known by that name, but then over here they calling on that name. Do we got harmony or do we got conflict? Like, let's be real with yourself. That's not the same. What that is saying over there is not what's being said right here. All right. Genesis 13, let's read 1 through 4.
Yeah, the 18s to me. I mean, the whole chapter though, but yeah, definitely 1 through 4. And Abram, he wasn't even Abraham then. Ooh-wee. Went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. And Abraham was very rich in cattle, in silver and gold. And he went on his journey from the south, even Bethel, until the place where his tent had been, at the beginning between Bethel and Hai.
Abraham was strapped, boy, left Egypt strapped. You feel me? He had that real money, M1 currency. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he did. Well, get out. I was thinking that too. I said, "We're gonna have that real money."
He had that real. He ain't had no Federal Reserve debt notes. Our forefather had it. You did. Go ahead. Verse 4.
Unto the place of the altar which he had made, there at the first, and there Abram called on the name of YHWH.
See, now we got a problem. Exodus 6 and 3 and Genesis 13 and 4, y'all, are clear contradictions. Let's click on the Lord just so everybody can see we ain't making none of it up.
That is spelled up top. YHWH.
Strong's H 3068. Yehovah.
All right, so y'all, so Exodus 6 and 3 says that by that name, Abraham never knew the Creator by the name of Yehovah, Yahweh, Jehovah. That's what we read in Exodus 6 and 3. But we got Genesis 13 and 4. Abraham is actually calling on that name. You see what I'm saying? So y'all, and look, that's an easy conflict or a contradiction.
Hit that verse 18 real quick.
That's beyond easy. You know what I mean? Nee said, go down to 18. Got you, bro. That's easy. That's not the same.
And if anybody follow through this whole chapter, it's the same LORD. I just wanted to show from the top of that verse, from the top of there to the bottom. Now listen, that's Abraham getting there. Now he leaving. Then Abram removed his tent and came and dwelt in the plains of Mamre, which is in Hebron, and built there an altar unto who?
YHWH.
Ooh-wee.
So Abraham definitely called on the name of the Most High, knew that name, according to the biblical narrative in Genesis, which contradicts Exodus 6 and 3. You see how the scribes are playing games? I mean, dang, y'all thought y'all would have, corrected your scribal errors and all that. You did, but that ain't even happened. That's a game right there. What you mean he was by that name, Abraham, Isaac, or Jacob never knew him by that name, but we flip over to Genesis to see him actually calling on that name. All right? Now, someone say, well, that say the Lord, everybody don't say Joe. Okay, you want to play game. Let's go to Genesis 22. Even though we clicked on Lord and it said Yahweh. Okay, we're going to play your game, though. It's all good. Let's play your game.
I want to add one. I love these.
All good. Let me do this run real quick, and I got you. Right? Genesis 22:14.
We just love you just showing. We just showing y'all. Again, we can't nobody make you believe. We definitely gonna put no gun or pistol to your head, and we ain't definitely taking your mind off the scriptures on no level. We're just trying to get y'all to see. If you want to understand how to do this walk it like the Messiah.
Know what you up against, man. The Most High does not want you to be silly and ignorant out here. You need to know what's going on. All right, Genesis 22:14. And Abraham, so you can't play that either. Where Abram, like he knew it when his name was Abram, but then he forgot it when his name was Abraham.
Boy, how you gonna forget the Elohim that called you out?
That's what I'm saying. It don't make sense.
And look, boy, this is one of his powerful names.
And men have spent all day. I got a precept, brother. We don't need no precept for that. But by my name, Yahweh, was I not known to them? We don't need you to run us 1,000 precepts. That said what it said. Then we can go show Abraham actually calling on that name, Yahweh. So that means Exodus 6 and 3, and Genesis 13 and 4, Genesis 13 and 18, and also Genesis 22 and 14 are contradictions. Conflict. It don't add up. It don't harmonize. Either Abraham knew the name before Moses or he didn't. One or the other. Genesis 22 and 14, and Abraham called the name of that place Yahweh or Jehovah Jireh. There he go again.
Boy, he put one of them names, Jehovah Jireh, my provider. Yeah.
As it is said to this day, in the mount of the Most High, it shall be seen. If y'all understand that so far, give us a 5 up in the chat. We just showed that Abraham did know the name of the Most High. So Exodus 6 and 3, according to the biblical narrative, is wrong. Dang, did he call Exodus wrong? I mean, if what we just read, or if I understand that only is wrong, then tighten us up. That's it. show that Exodus 6 and 3 actually is a typo, and that it really was meant to say, but by my name, Jehovah, I was known to them. Say it's a typo. But even if you admit it's a typo, you still admitting that we have scribal errors and lies in there.
You still admit it.
You're still admitting it. You're still admitting it. Y'all see this? Let me give y'all another one. We're going to go to Jeremiah real quick. I go Jeremiah 23. Show y'all something.
You should have hit that big story, that Jeremiah 18 when he coming down and deal with Abraham.
You talking about Genesis 18?
Yeah, 18 and 8. You know, when he coming, you know, and he coming.
Yeah, but look, we got that one because we about to go deal in the Nazarene Acts. Peter talking about it.
Oh, okay, hallelujah.
Yeah, Peter talking about it. So what I want to do, y'all, is focus on Jeremiah 23. All right, 5 and 6. I want to focus on that, and then we're gonna go read. We're gonna go read in a later chapter the same prophecy. All right, and let's see what we're working with here. All right. All good. Follow the teachings of the Messiah. That's all we're saying. Never abandon common sense. The Messiah taught about the kingdom of heaven. He taught about the higher Torah. What he taught was what he got from his father. You understand? So let's get this. Nehemiah, Jeremiah 23, verse 5 and 6. Let's get it.
Behold, the days come, saith the Most High, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in earth. In his days, Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is the name whereby he shall be called, the Lord of righteousness.
The Lord our righteousness. YHWH'S. Yahweh YHWH'S. All right. Now look at this. A messianic prophecy, obviously. You understand? And it's saying he shall be called YHWH'S. All right. Or the Lord our righteousness. Now, let's go over to Jeremiah 33. Let's go to Jeremiah 33. This is the name wherewith he shall be called. We're going to read verse 15 and 16. This is the name wherewith he shall be called. All right. All right. Let's get it, Nehemiah, Jeremiah 33, 15, and 16. Let's get it.
In those days and at that time will I cause the branch of righteousness to grow up unto David, and shall execute judgment and righteousness in the land.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So everybody, you know, it's not David. Everybody keeps, you know, thinking David coming back to do this thing.
All right. But this is the same prophecy we basically just read in Jeremiah 23.
And in those days shall Judah be saved, and Jerusalem shall dwell safely. And this is the name wherewith shall she, wherewith she shall be called.
And this is the name wherewith who?
Wherewith she shall be called.
Go ahead.
Am I tripping?
No, you ain't tripping.
Oh, okay. I'm just because the Paul got.
No, you're not tripping. That says she.
That says she. The Lord our righteousness.
How you harmonizing that? Jeremiah 23 and 6 says, and this is the name wherewith he shall be called, the Lord our righteousness. We say, well, my she is Jerusalem. Well, is Jerusalem the Messiah? Because this is about the Messiah.
And look, Jerusalem is the one being saved, not doing the saving.
I'm just saying, like, I heard an elder say one time, oh, that's a typo. You still admitting that we got errors and lies, bro. Because if this is about the Messiah in Jeremiah 23, it's about the Messiah in Jeremiah 33. In Jeremiah 23, this is the name wherewith he shall be called, YHWH'S. Jeremiah 33 and 16, this is the name wherewith she shall be called, YHWH'S. Who is the she? Like, who are you talking about? Think about it, man. Like, you got you got conflicting texts. You feel me? Even down to the prophecy. The prophecy is different. I know because she would have to be Jerusalem, and I can rock with that because every city in the Bible is a female. You understand the problem? The problem is if Jerusalem is the Lord our righteousness, then you got to come on outside and call Jerusalem the Messiah. Make it make sense. Talk to me, Nehemiah.
Oh, bro, ain't nothing else to say unless Jerusalem saving itself. And the old Jerusalem can't come out the bloodline of David. All of Jerusalem ain't Judah. What about the other tribes? You know what I'm saying? So they can't make it make sense, bro. In short, that's what we say.
So right there in Jeremiah, you feel me? You got the Messiah being called a she and a he. Think about it. So is this conflicting or is this harmonized? I mean, it's the same prophecy. It's about the Messiah coming out of the Davidic, you know what I mean, bloodline, and Judah gonna be saved in this day, and Israel and Jerusalem should dwell safely. And this is his name. His name is this, the Lord our righteous. But in Jeremiah 33, and this her name, she shall be called. Come on, either way you cut it, we got a mistake. If you want to call it a lie, we got a mistake. The only thing you can label a she in that is Jerusalem. You understand? But if you do that, you got to call Jerusalem the Messiah. And Jerusalem, YHWH'S. You feel me? That ain't gonna fly. You feel me? And some brothers may try to make it fit, and I understand, but you can't make that fit. Even when you read it in Hebrew. That's how you know they translated it right, because the Hebrew text, if you know how to read the Hebrew on it, you'll straight see. If you know how to read this right here, what did they say? Masoretic text. You know what I mean? If you know how to read this right here, you'll see. I'm gonna highlight it. This right here. All right. That she shall be called YHWH'S. That she shall be called YHWH'S. All right. It's right there. It's even constructed properly. It's even constructed properly. She shall be called is even constructed with the feminine principle. That's crazy. All right, that right there, the highlighted part says, Asher Yikra La YHWH'S. All right, matter of fact, let me go back one so you can see the whole and this. All right, this whole line says, and this is the name that she shall be called YHWH'S. All right. This right here says, and it's from right to left. It says, Wazay Asher Yikra La YHWH'S. So it actually does say, and this is the name wherewith she shall be called. Now, let's go back to Jeremiah 23 and look at the Hebrew text. And anybody that read it, know I ain't lying. That's what it says. That's what it says. Now, let's see if they construct Jeremiah 23 in the masculine to get, and he shall be called. So that means it was already in your text as he and she before it was even translated into English. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's go to Jeremiah 23. Let me go back there real quick, and we're going to go to the interlinear. If you can read it, you know what I'm saying. I ain't making none of this stuff up. All right, Jeremiah 23. We're going to go to verse 6. Let me show you. It should be constructed almost the same way, because the only thing different is what? He and she. Now watch this. Still see the same names and everything. All right. So you got okay, right here. You got Vazay or Wazay, and this Shamu, his name. Sham his name or Shem his name. When you got that Y with that dot at the end of it, it's Shamu, meaning his name. So Wazay, Shamo, Asher, Yikra'u. When you put that at the back of it or as a suffix, it means masculine. The Y, same Y right here at the end of name. His name, he shall be called YHWH'S. It's even constructed in the masculine in the Hebrew. It's even constructed like that. So when they translated it in English, they didn't make no mistake. It was already in the Masoretic text, and he shall be called the Lord our righteousness, and she shall be called the Lord our right. It was already in there. But it's the same prophecy. That's the point. That's what don't nobody want to deal with. It's the same prophecy, and one is saying he shall be called the Lord our righteousness. The other is saying, and she shall be called the Lord our righteousness. All right? That's just what it is. You dig? You can act as if, you know, it's not there. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. You see? Now look at my YAH'KI yourself. Excellent point. Look what he said. He said, so that means the translators didn't make a mistake. The actual scribe that wrote it made a mistake or has an agenda. Man, that is crazy. Absolutely, bro. In this case, the translators didn't even make a mistake. In the Masoretic text, it's constructed in Jeremiah 33:16 when it says, and she shall be called the Lord our righteousness. It's constructed in the feminine principle. It's constructed to where it will be, and she shall be called. In Jeremiah 23 is constructed with the masculine. You dig? And he shall be called. It is. All you got to do, if you know a little bit of Hebrew, you know what I'm saying is right. So that could have you being deceived. Be not deceived. All right. Yes, there are conflicts and contradictions in the scripture. You got to listen to the message or the teachings of the Messiah to know how to navigate through them murky waters. You understand? Because he was the one that was anointed to bring the light, to bring the truth concerning the Most High. It was the Messiah and is the Messiah. It ain't nobody else. You feel me? Everything else is compromised. So if you want to know what the Most High desires of you, hear it out the Messiah's mouth. Hear ye him. You dig? Stop trying to combine everything that came before him because the scribes had an agenda. You know what I mean? So you got to make sure whatever you read and believe in lines up with the character of the Almighty. If I'm making sense, give me an 8 up in the chat. Let's get it. Bro, L9, I'm in the building. What up? Good to see you. Clip up. Bless up. All right. Nehemiah, talk to me. What you think about that?
Man, it's very simple. When you go and look at the, what he or she shall be, you have to deal with it. He versus she. Even in the Hebrew, the construct of it is the same. You see what I'm saying? 10 chapters over. But again, in the deeper study, you'll understand that Masoretic text is a mofo. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be honest with ourselves, bro. And if you honest yourself about these scriptures, and this is why somebody who was a little bit more learned than you, but he been taught to get at y'all with contradictions because they get a joy out of taking people's faith away. Some people get a kick out of taking you out of your faith. You see what I'm saying? So when you understand where your enemy is going to go, like study your flank to see what's open, see how they going to come, it'd be like chess with it, and understand which way they coming. So when they come, you already know how to deal with that. Because we ain't going to hide nothing from y'all. We give y'all the truth as we see it and as we find it, as we discover, we share that with y'all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us have a lot of talks that's off camera that'll blow your mind. You see what I'm saying? So even when you sit here and deal with the conflicts in Genesis 6, right? You have the conflicts, of two of every kind, and then you have 2 verses to 7. If I'm right. So yeah, it's all over, man. What's clean, what's now unclean. I know it's just all out there. So I would just say, study, and then that way you'll have a better understanding. And that way you can't get offended or fall into the trap or have your faith shaken. You know what I'm saying? When somebody come at you with something.
That's right. Because you will look, man, you supposed to worship the Most High. We don't worship no book. It's the Most High you worship. You understand? So, man, whatever you can't glean from, whatever you can't apply in real time to affect righteous change, y'all is dead information. So, whatever it is, glean from it and affect righteous change in real time. That's all it's about. All right. But you are not to be deceived. You know what I mean? The Most High ain't in deception. We keep reading. Through deception, you don't know me. Through deception, that's not him. So if you are deceived and believe in certain things, even if it's in the Bible, that ain't of the Most High. All right. So we dropped it. We got to go over to the Nazarene Acts.
All right, go ahead.
You know what I mean? Let me show that real quick for the people. Show everybody.
We got to remember too, what throw a lot of people off is that we have to understand the Bible is a story being told. So everything ain't gonna be good in it or bad in it. Then you got some things trying to achieve a certain understanding that they want y'all to have. That's the line picture. They bend their tongues like bows. It's not by accident. And gave you lies. Because at that time, what's a shame is for us to stay in that lie. Because at that time, they were the authority, held all the information, and the only thing you have is what they gave to you. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of was not good on the people, but we ain't had no trouble but to follow what we was taught. But today, when you got the power of the internet in your hand, you got access to plethora of books and PDFs, and you can get out here and go learn, go to libraries. Hell, you can even travel now to places and touch these books yourself. You see what I'm saying? There's no reason for any of us to stay in ignorance. If you hear something, check it out. You should never be scared to hear something. There's another Israel gets scared. Oh man, I don't want to talk about that right now. If you listen to them, you're going off. You know what I'm saying? That's because they can't navigate the scriptures to answer. So they have to set you up with the indoctrinated mindset of don't listen. And that's where you get that from. But go ahead, man. I'll be right back, man. I'm going to make a quick run. Not nowhere. I just got to make a quick run in my house real quick.
Handle your business, Zach. You know, it's all good over here.
I heard Silence of the Lambs in the background, but the baby's gone. Sleep.
Nah. Jeremiah, you got handled. He all good.
Hey, boy, sent that boy out to go work. Gave that boy a job. Boy, go get grass or something.
Let me get this off the side real quick. Bang, there you go, right there. All right, y'all. So if you got the Nazarene Acts of the Apostles, if not, I got the PDF. If you don't got it, let me know. I can actually email it to you. But what I just had up on the screen is what we got up on the screen right now. This is page 271 for y'all that don't know. This right here is Peter. This is Peter's journal, actually. It's Peter's journal. All right. You look into it's called the Clementine Homilies or the Nazarene Acts of the Apostles for the most part. All right, you see the homilies up here, the homilies too. This is Peter's journal. So we dealing with first and second century documentation. The earliest information about the Messianic movement that was coming out of Palestine or Israel, you know what I mean, after the Messiah had transitioned. You dig? So this is Peter, and he's banging against Simon Magus, one of his enemies that you read about in Acts, the 8th chapter. But that was one of his main enemies. One of his main enemies was Simon Magus, right? Now, one thing that Peter never ducked, he never ducked the fact that the Torah has corruption. He was actually taught it by Messiah. You see? So we went into the actual scriptures at first to show you that, and then show you this first century documentation. And all the naysayers, none of them can say that the Nazarene Acts ain't historical, or the Clementine Homilies ain't historical. They can run around and play around with the Essene Gospel of Peace because they don't want to get down and understand that higher vibration, whatever. But you ain't messing with this. This right here is definitely historical. You know what I mean? You can play all Edmund Zizeki went to the Vatican and he wrote that in 1920, whatever. You know what I mean? You can play all your games, but this right here, even your church fathers know about the acts of the Nazarenes that we had amongst ourselves. Even your church fathers knew that we had our own gospels, the earliest followers of Messiah. They knew that it just wasn't included in what they agreed to be the New Testament. So this go back right here. The stuff we bringing out is in the mouth of all your earliest church historians and church fathers going back 1800 years. Matter of fact, Hegesippus the Nazarene died in 140 AD. He was a contemporary because scholastically speaking, if people live within 150 years of each other, they're contemporaries. So in other words, if people are talking about Messiah within 150 years of him dying, then that's solid. That's something that scholars can use. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, check that out, y'all. Nazarene Acts of the Apostles. If you don't have it, check it out. I would say it's a must read. Feel me? Everything that we've been talking about and all that, man, these arguments been going on. Peter was banging, and Peter didn't duck it. He wasn't ducking like, oh, it ain't no corruption. He like, oh man, my master taught me all that. Taught me how to be a wise master builder. We know about all that. You ain't saying nothing new. Dang, you straight. So look at this right here. This right here is page 271 of the Nazarene Acts of the Apostles. Corruption of the Torah. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, y'all. Malachi Maccabee ain't make this up. This ain't me making none of this stuff. This stuff already written. All the histories that I've been getting into and studying, all this stuff already written. They've been arguing about all this stuff. Everything everybody arguing about, been arguing. Been arguing. All right? For the scriptures, this is Peter talking. For the scriptures have had joined to them many falsehoods against the Most High. We're not going to say Elohim because that's plural. Peter's actually talking about the Most High here. All right? So, for the scriptures have had joined to them many falsehoods against the Most High on this account. The prophet Moses, by order of the Most High, delivered the Torah with the explanations to 70 chosen men, in order that they also might instruct such of the people as they choose. After some time, the written Torah had added to it certain falsehoods, contrary to the Torah of the Most High. Two different Torahs, y'all. You talking about the written Torah, or you talking about the Torah of the Creator? Which one? Because Torah just means instructions. You see? Y'all, and then for you not to believe this, Jeremiah, it's in your Bible. Jeremiah 8:8, the pen of the scribes is in vain, or the pen of the scribes worketh falsehood, or the pen of the scribe writes lies. So that's in Jeremiah. So even if you didn't accept the Nazarene Acts of the Apostles, what we are saying is in Jeremiah. But we are saying, you feel me, the different errors and all that is all throughout the scriptures. You just got to know where to go and find it. So Peter is not lying when he's saying this. Shimon Kepha, or Kepha, who you know is Peter today, was not lying when he said that. After some time, the written Torah had added to it certain lies or falsehoods, contrary to the Torah of the Most High. See, the Messiah taught the Torah of the Most High. He didn't teach the written Torah. He taught the higher law. You understand? Who made the heaven and the earth and all things in them. The evil one having dared to work this for his evil purpose. Ye of your father the devil. Ooh-wee. You see that? That right there is major. That right there is wild. Right? It's in Jeremiah. That's what I'm saying. This right here, Yahushua, this further validates Jeremiah. Even if this ain't written in Hebrew or Greek. And most people can't even read Hebrew or Greek, bro. And same people say, let me see it in Greek. This nigga can't read English. What you mean? Let you see it in Greek. What I just did with the Hebrew and pulled up the interlinear and all that, most Hebrews can't even read that. And that's Aramaic. That's like modern Hebrew. You know what I mean? So even what does it say in Hebrew or Greek, you got to throw that out the window. Because most of these cats ain't even reading that out. Most of them ain't even reading it. There's only a few brothers and sisters that know how to identify Hebrew characters, know the numerical value of them, know the several definitions for each character, know the gematria behind it, and adding up numbers and formulas and all that. Like certain people know how to get that, know about the vowel points and all, man. You understand? There's only a few people that know how to do that. Majority of Israelites are in English doing this. So the fact that it says that in Jeremiah validates what we read right here. You see? So trip off this. This took place in reason and judgment that those might be convicted who should dare listen to the things written against the Most High. Look at that. You mean to tell me when the scripture tell you try the spirit, that mean also in the very book that we read? Because these things are added, right, to test your reasoning and your judgment. How dare you believe anything evil about the Most High? How dare we believe he's bloodthirsty and murderous and angry and envious and jealous? How dare we believe that about him? These things are written to try your reasoning and judgment. Well, why does my reasoning and judgment have to be tried, Malaki? Well, the very Bible that you read tell you to try the spirits, whether they be of the Most High. Many false prophets are going out into the world. You see? Trip off that. This took place to test you in your reasoning and your judgment, because you know when you hear something that's off, you be like, oh, no, that don't sound right. That don't even sound right. But you'll go against that voice of the Almighty because you're indoctrinated. You see? This took place in reason and judgment, that those might be convicted who should dare listen to the things written against the Most High. And those who, through love towards him, should not only disbelieve the things spoken against him, but should not even endure to hear them at all. Straight up. Even if they should happen to be true. So say if it was true, the Most High is bloodthirsty and angry and jealous, and think the smell of dead flesh, blood, and fat smell good. It says, even if they should happen to be true, judging it much safer to incur danger with respect to religious faith than to live with an evil conscience on account of blasphemous words. He said, man, I'd rather incur danger with respect to how I view the Most High. You dig? I'd rather be in danger of the judgment. This is what Peter's saying. I'd rather be in danger of the judgment. You see that? If you understand what Peter just said, K5, if you understand what he just said, give me a 7 up in the chat. Oh-wee. Oh-wee. Peter said, I'd rather go through the danger of judgment than to live 1 second with an evil inclination or evil conscience about the Most High. Look at that. Look at that. Is that your confession? Is that your calling? Think about it. See? These Negroes act like we blaspheming because we refuse to view or think of the Most High as if he's evil. Nah, man, we ain't finna do all that. We good. We good. Rather incur into an eternal judgment. Rather suffer the danger of judgment than to believe that Most High murder should be evil in the city and the Most High ain't done it. So the heathen that just shot up our peoples in Buffalo, that was the Most High. Y'all better watch out. Y'all over here blaming the Almighty for everything that goes wrong. When you say that he's angry and jealous, and when you say that he does evil, you know, when you say these things, you actually are blaming him. All right? You actually are blaming him for the wickedness that goes on. All right? So we're going to drop that, and we're going to go over it. You see tactics down here. Peter getting ready to battle Shimon or Simon Magus. So he getting this, you know, he getting his tactics together, his warfare. All right. All right. So we're going to go over from there. And we're going to jump over. We're going to jump over to, we're going to jump over to preliminary instructions, page 272. Page 272. All right. We'll skip around a little bit and get it done. Hey, acting like we the ones out here making this stuff up, man. Everybody making this stuff up. Like if somebody just want to deal with the Bible, we can look. I told the cat yesterday, if that's where you swimming, if you over there swimming with the guppies, I can deal with you over there. You ain't ready for the sharks, don't come out in this deep. That's it. When you dealing with the Bible, let's deal with the Bible. It's cool. We still deal with it, absolutely. You understand? But we got questions. We got questions. And the reason why this is important, just like we said last year, because there are multiple forms of worship being portrayed in the scripture. You got to make sure you're following the Most High of the living and not the God of the dead. See that? Preliminary instruction. Look what he said right here. Look at this. Everything that is spoken or written against the Most High is false. I like the way he lay it out in her. You know what I mean? Because that's how you're supposed to be. Everything that is spoken or written against the Most High is false. But that we say this truly, not only for the sake of reputation, but for the sake of truth. I will convince you when my discourse has proceeded a little further. You, my most beloved Clement, ought not to be sorry at Simon's having interposed a day between this and the discussion at hand. Simon Mack has postponed the debate for an extra day. Yeah, he ain't show up like old boy last night. He ain't show up. Simon Mack has postponed the debate. For today, before the discussion, you will be instructed concerning the chapters added to the scriptures. Added to the scriptures. Hey, bro, you add to and taking from. Not me. I'm not no scribe. I ain't got no makeshift Bible. I ain't got nothing I wrote and said, this is, nah, that ain't me. For the day before the discussion, you will be instructed concerning the chapters added to the scriptures. And then in the discussion concerning the only one and good Most High, the maker also of the world, you ought not to be distracted. But in the discussion, you will even wonder how unrighteous men, overlooking the multitudes of things that are spoken in the scriptures for the Most High, and looking at those that are spoken against him, gladly bring these forward. And thus the hearers, by reason of ignorance, believing the things against the Most High, become outcasts from his kingdom. Wherefore you, by advantage of the postponement, learning the mystery of the scriptures, and gaining the means of not sinning against the Most High, will incomparably rejoice. So Peter telling Clement, like, it's almost good that he postponed that debate. That way you can get brushed up on this understanding. Because you need it, right? You need it, you understand? So Peter and them wasn't under no illusion that the scriptures wasn't tampered with and wasn't corrupted. There wasn't no illusion. And he also was showing the difference between the written Torah and the Torah of the Creator. And that's what we teach. Torah of the Creator can be found in the Messiah's teachings. See, we make it simple. Make it simple. That's simple. You know what I mean? And then from there, you just, as long as the Messiah's teachings are your foundation, from there, you grow. You grow. You build. Make sure that the foundation is the teachings of the Messiah. All right? All praise. I see y'all in the building. Let's get it. All praise. All right, now look. This right here is the next one. It says, asking for information, not contradiction. Then I, Clement, hearing this, said, truly I rejoice and give thanks to the Most High, who in all things does well. However, he knows that I will be able. He knows that I will be able to think nothing other than that all things are for him. Do not suppose that I ask questions as doubting the words concerning the Almighty of those that are to be spoken, but rather that I may learn, and so be able myself to instruct another who is unaccustomed to learning. So tell me the falsehood is added to the scriptures and how it is that they are really false. You see that? Clement want to know. He said, look, give me the heads up so I can already know. I want to instruct somebody how to navigate through these murky waters called the scriptures, because there are falsehoods, there are contradictions. You open up the Bible, start believing everything hook, line, and sinker, and then you look up and you'll be under the vibration of the false gods. You know what I mean? Now look at this. Then Kepha answered. Kepha's Peter. Then Kepha answered, even although you had not asked me, I would have gone on in order and afforded you the exposition of these matters as I promised. Learn then how the scriptures misrepresent him in many respects. You heard this? Learn then. See, we got to slow down. You know, chapter and verse, that's what's up. But you got to understand many falsehoods have been added to the scriptures. Jeremiah said, if you don't want to believe this, go read Jeremiah 8:8. Jeremiah said, right? And once K5 Peter in this starts going through the different examples, y'all, he's quoting what you got written down right now. So he quoting the scriptures on it. He gonna be like, well, okay, what about this? And he gonna say, well, look, my master taught us this. See, that's what this thing is about. All right, now look at this. Right notions, Homilies 2, chapter 42. The bottom of page 272 in Nazarene Acts. Look at this. Right notions of the Most High essential to holiness. You see that? Meaning, in other words, you got to have a right belief about the Most High, the Creator. You can't be running around here with no thoughts that he's murderous and bloodthirsty and angry and jealous and delight in the killing of his children, and that don't even make sense. Stop it. Peter is telling Clement, like, look, right notions, a right mindset is essential to holiness. A right mindset about the Most High, the Creator. It's essential for holiness. Because if you don't have a right or a righteous disposition about him, then everything evil you're going to do, you're going to justify and blame him. The Most High do stuff like that, I'm going to do it. You see this? So, right notions of the Creator is essential to holiness. What I am going to tell you will be sufficient by way of example. But I do not think, my dear Clement, that anyone who possesses ever so little love to the Most High and unaccustomed to learning will be able to take in or even to hurt the things that are spoken against them. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're not going to be like, man, hold on, that don't even sound right. Like, if you really love me, like, nah, bro, that don't even make sense. All right? It don't even make sense that you get down like that. All right? So if you really love him, you wouldn't even be able to bear to hear it, listen to it. None, man, who over here talking about the Most High is bloodthirsty and angry. Most High gonna command you to go kill off all the infants, and happy shall he be that taketh and dashes the little ones against the stones. Come on, man, be real. Now look at this. For how is it that he can have an overarching soul and yet be set apart? Set apart meaning holy. How can a Most High be, just whatever you want him to be and be holy or set apart at the same time? How? This is what Peter is saying. Right notions or right beliefs of the Creator are essential for living as a disciple of Yahshua. You got to have a right belief about his Father, man. All right? For how is it that he can have an overarching soul and yet be set apart? How can he be everything for everybody and yet be set apart? Supposing that there are many Elohim and not only one. But even if there be but one who would cherish zeal to be set apart, one finds in him many defects, since he will hope that the beginning of all things, by reason of the defects of his own nature, will not visit the crimes of others. Peter just saying, like, it don't make sense. With them trying to free case the Almighty is just, if you sit back, slow them down, and think of their logic, it don't make sense at all, man. It don't make sense at all. Some of this stuff you're gonna hear, you're gonna be like, dang, I ain't never tripped off that. Some of y'all might get mad. All right, next one. A priori argument on the divine attributes. Wherefore, far be it from us to believe that the master of all, who made the heaven and the earth and all things that are in them, shares his government with others, or that he lies. Look at that. Through deception, you don't know. Peter was taught by the Messiah. Man, far it be from us to believe that the Most High lies or shares his government with others. Look at this. But there are men out here who feel justified in lying because they feel the Most High uses lying spirits when he's ready. Not knowing these are things written against him, man. And they knew this 2,000 years ago. That's written against the Most High. What do you mean the Creator? Lies for what? Lie to who about what? Look at this. For if he lies, then who speaks truth? Or if he makes experiments as in ignorance, then who foreknows? He has foreknowledge, right? He's all knowing. So you got to question, anything in the scripture that has him looking like he's ignorant, like he didn't know. Let us go down and see. Behold, the man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. Who told you you was naked? Let us go down and see whether these things be true. And it's God speaking. Let us go down and see whether these things be true. What the Tower of Babel. Or if he makes experiments as in ignorance, then who foreknows, right? Because anytime you're doing any type of experiment, you're doing it to gain some type of knowledge about what's going on. You see? But that would mean you don't foreknow. He's not all knowing then. If the Most High is engaged in, these crazy experiments, if he deliberates and changes his purpose, who then is perfect in understanding and permanent in design? Also, now the Creator changes his mind now? What the hell is this? Get the hell out of this chat. How I use on this channel. Get the hell up out of here. You can't be in here with that. Remove. Get that madness up out of here. All right. So it says right here. So look, now the Creator changes his mind now. Think about it. If he envies, who is above rivalry? You mean tell me Most High is jealous? Jealousy happens or envy happens because there's a legitimate competitor. If he envies, who is above rivalry? If he hardens hearts, who makes wise? Right. If he makes blind and deaf, who is given sight and hearing? If he commits pilfering, who administers justice? If he mocks, who is sincere? If he is weak, who is omnipotent? If he is unjust, who is just? If he makes evil things, who will make good things? If he does evil, who will do good? Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? That's something for all of us to think about. You feel me? Because a lot of us are out here putting a free case on the Most High and in the same breath blaming him. Think about that. Think about all that we just read, and you can find all that in the scriptures. Wherefore far be from us to believe that the Master of all, who made the heaven and earth and all things that are in them, shares his government with others, or that he lies. Don't we have in the scripture where the Most High talk about sending forth the lion spirit? Or that the Most High uses deception? That's in there. That's in there. But it's also in there, through deception you have not known me. Right? So we got people claiming the Most High uses deception or lies. We got people claiming, or we got scriptures that say the Most High makes experiments as if he's not all knowing. He got to come down and see, and God had to come down and see what was happening, as if he ain't already know what was going on. So the little stuff like that means he's not all knowing. All right. You got scriptures that say the Most High repented that he made man, or, he changed his mind. If he deliberates and changes his purpose, who then is perfect in understanding and permanent in design? Yeah, he's perfect in understanding. He got to change his mind. He ain't making mistakes out here. Think about it. We got scriptures that say he's a jealous God or he's envious. It don't make sense. There ain't no competition with the Almighty. Why would he be jealous and envious? Right? Now we got scriptures that say he hardened Pharaoh's heart. Well, who makes wise then? Why would he sit there and play a sick game? If he makes blind and deaf, who has given sight and hearing? If he commits pilfering or wickedness or injustice, well, who administers justice? If he mocks, who is sincere? If he is weak, who is omnipotent? If he is unjust, who is just? If he makes evil things, who will make good things? If he does evil, who will do good? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord ain't done it? That's Amos 3, y'all, 6-8. You see? So that's a lot. What he just said there are a lot of scriptures you can line up with that. Don't forget, he started off with the corruption of the Torah. Now we can go through all them scriptures. We'll probably do it on another live. But every spot he talking right there, we can go and show the scriptures on it and say, look at that. Look at that. Because right beliefs about the Creator or the Most High is essential for you to stay in good graces with him, man. It's essential. It's important. Very, very important. All right. Next one. Bottom of page 273. But if he desires the fruitful hill, whose then are all things? If he is false, who then is true? If he lives in a tent, who is without bounds? If he is fond of fat sacrifices, offerings, and drink offerings, who then is without need? That's an excellent point there, boy. If he is fond or if he is satisfied of fat, that's the fat off the organs, sacrifices, the dead flesh of animals with the blood, offerings and drink offerings, who then is without need and who is holy and pure and perfect? That makes sense because we got right there in Leviticus where it say the blood and the fat off the organs is a sweet smelling savor, as if the Most High desires something, right? As if he desires that smell. It did, but if that's the case, then how is he without need? If that is fond to him and it smells great, it's like you lighting the incense, your favorite smell. It did because you want to smell. You are in need of smelling that fragrance. You see? Look at this right here. He's saying if he is fond, if he likes fat, sacrifices, flesh and blood, offerings and drink offerings, who then is without need and who is holy and pure and perfect? If he is pleased with lamps and wicks, who then placed the luminaries in the sky? If he dwells in shadow and darkness and storm and smoke, who is the light that lightens the universe? If he comes with trumpets, shouting, darts, and arrows, who is sought after tranquility of all? If he loves war, who then wishes peace? You got in there, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Not only is he about warfare, he's a man now. Good night. Now look at it. It says, if he dwells in shadow and darkness and storm and smoke, who is the light that lightens the universe? Okay. If he is without affection, who is lover of men? If he is not faithful to his promises, who will be trusted? If he loves the evil, adulterers, and murderers, who will be a just judge? If he changes his mind, who is steadfast? If he chooses evil men, who then take the part of the good. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Did I end it? Was that the end of that one?
Boy, these are spiritual daggers, boy.
Yeah. Oh, that was a question. If he chooses evil men, who then takes the part of the good? Go ahead and chime on in, Nehemiah.
Man, I'm sitting here following you the whole time. I had typed that I was back. Bro. This should have you in full revelation of who your Elohim is. You hear me? He said, oh my God, you just have to reread that. Look. If he is found a fat,
you want to go back to it, Nee? You want to go back over it?
I mean, man, I'm in love with it, bro. I'm sitting there reading it over again.
Okay. You want me to pull it back on the screen, or you?
No, you ain't got to, bro. I'm just, man, just when you hear about it, it should automatically resonate. That's why I put in there. He masterfully answered. You know what I'm saying? When he spoke. If he is found of fat sacrifices, offerings, and drink offerings, then who then without need and who is holy and pure and perfect? Like, man, but in the scriptures he tell you, look, if I was hungry, I wouldn't have told you. I don't need that stuff. Listen, man, I made a covenant with the animals and you gonna feed me the things I made covenant to live? I made a covenant with these animals to live. I made them before you. Man, Hey, bro. All praises to our mighty Elohim, bro.
All praise to the Most High, man. And as you're seeing what I'm saying, because
if he is without affection, then who is the love of men? Ooh.
Yeah, and especially with what our brother was bringing out last night. He did what anybody listening to this channel, y'all, everything he was saying, for the most part, we already own. We already own. You already know about the corruption of the Torah. You already know about not chewing on animals and all that. You already know about the lion pen of the scribes. You know what I mean? We already know that. We already know that the Messiah taught the higher law and all that. He did. So that's a beautiful thing. It's just further validation that we on the right path. He did. So go ahead, Neek, finish saying what you were saying, but this is just further confirmation. Whether I interviewed the brother last night or not, we still been on this.
Right. We didn't start this today. We had episode 76. So when he brought out, we brought out 75 ago.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It took him from the age of 14, 15. He had to dabble in every other type of, spiritual, this, that, and the third, bro.
No, it's all good. I'm saying, like,
that was his journey. That was his journey.
Where he at, because everybody's journey is different.
Everybody's journey different.
I'm talking about the basic understanding on loving your neighbors, yourself, loving the Most High with all your heart, mind, body, and heart, mind, soul, and strength, bruh. That's basically what the bro was saying. You dig? So hearing that there's contradictions and conflicts and the Torah is corrupted and you got to know how to properly navigate through that deal, y'all, we've been on that. We've been on that. You dig? So all praises. It's just good to see that it's other people out here that's, in the same vein. Now, he may have gotten the understanding dealing with the OWASP.
Right, you know what I mean? Right. That's just what that is, and look, that's okay for him. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
If he arrived into a level of righteousness to where he ain't trying to be indifferent with a brother, he ain't trying to go against the commandments against a brother, and if he chooses not to believe his Elohim is evil, what are we mad about?
Well, ain't nothing to be mad about.
It wasn't. The conversation last night was not to be mad. Like I was telling one brother, it's not even really a debate; it's a discussion on why you are where you at, and can you navigate that thing to answer these questions.
That's right. That's all it come down to. Brother sitting in the hot seat. I salute the brother. Absolutely. Now look at this right here. How the Most High is to be thought of. This is how you think about the Most High. All right. This is how you think about y'all. These right here, this documentation. This go back to the first century. All right. This goes back to the first century. All right, so it's all good, man. Let's go ahead and work, brother.
You talking about wherefore Clement, or am I on the wrong page?
No, let's go ahead and eat. Let's eat. Let's get it done.
Hold on, let me look at the right screen. My bad, because I got two things up. All right, here we go. We're on page 274. All right. How Elohim is to be thought of. Wherefore, Clement, my son, beware of thinking otherwise of Elohim than that he is our Elohim, master, father, good and righteous, the creator, long suffering.
The creator, huh? Okay.
Right, the creator. Long, and it's capitalized. Okay. Long suffering, merciful, the sustainer, the benefactor, ordaining love of men, counseling purity. And that, you can't counsel purity if you the father of lies and you do evil.
Right.
Immortal and making immortal. Ooh, now your resurrection. Incomparable. No need to be jealous or envious. Dwelling in the souls of the good, who cannot be contained, and yet is contained within the heart, who has fixed the great world as the center in space, and who has spread out the skies and solidified the land, and who has stored up the water and has disposed the stars in the sky, and who has made the fountains flow in the earth, has produced faults and raised up mountains, and has set bounds to the sea, has order of winds and blasts, and who, by the spirit of counsel, has kept safely the body comprehended in bounteous sea.
No way. Let's do the next one. Right, going in. So you see how you're supposed to think about the Most High. You see that. And keep that on your mind, brothers and sisters. All right? Keep that on your mind. Notice right here, Peter calls him the creator. Most High, the creator. Okay. Okay, but this is how you think of him. And this is what the Messiah taught. Because Peter is teaching. Peter ain't he ain't walking around with no book. Like he's called in the spirit, he's calling back all the teachings that he learned from the master teacher. All right. All right. So y'all get some understanding. Give me a Yahoo up in the chat. This is how you up him. All right. He is the only Most High, Master and Father, good and righteous, the Creator, long-suffering, merciful, the Sustainer, the Benefactor, ordaining love of men, counseling purity, immortal and making immortal, incomparable, dwelling in the souls of the good, who cannot be contained and yet is contained within the heart, who has fixed the great world as a center in space. You floating in the middle of what's called space, who has spread out the skies and solidified the land, who has stored up the water, who has disposed the stars in the sky, who has made the fountains flow in the earth. This is how you're supposed to be thinking about the Most High. Not that he's angry, jealous, bloodthirsty, love the smell of dead flesh, blood, and the fat burning off animal organs. Not that he's a murderer. Not that he's some man that's jealous, sitting over in the corner. Nah, that ain't how you think of him. This is how you think of him, because these thoughts are essential for you to be in good graces with him. All right? So all praises, glory, and honor. All praises, glory, and honor. We got the Yahoos in the chat. We get bread. All right. Judgment to come, Nehemiah. What we got?
Hey, bro, I just want to add something too, man. You know, like when we had these conversations about meat and stuff like that, I want to go back and just reread. If he deliberates and changes his purpose, who then is perfect in understanding and permanent in design? When he designed this body, he gave us Genesis 1:29. And if he changed his mind and say, we run it with this Leviticus 11 and 14 now, because a brother can't find justification why he changed his mind.
Right. Bring it out, me. That's right.
If he changed his mind, then how is he perfect in understanding? Ooh, wait. Then you get to the end game, very last book, very last chapter, boy, we going right back. Because ain't no death in this holy hill. Ain't no more, none of that. So where your meat eating go? Why would God break a covenant with the animals when it tells you that he's not a covenant breaker?
Right.
Oh, my. Boy, hey, boy, it gets deep. Just some things crossing my mind while we read.
No doubt, and see, that's good. That's good. While we slowly reading through this, scripture should be jumping off the page, or should be being recalled back in everybody's mind. Dang, it do say that. Dang, that's crazy. That is over there. Dang, that did say, you understand, let us go down and see what's going on with them. You know what I mean? Dang, that did say that the Most High was angry and jealous and ordained them to kill some infants. But we read what the Messiah say that the devil was the murderer. He's the father of it.
He's the father of lies.
So anywhere they got you, the Lord said, go kill some babies, bro. That's not the Most High. Those are the false gods masquerading as angels of light, masquerading as if they are the creator. And look, I just gave you a Bible verse from Paul. Paul said that.
Yeah, transform themselves into the
So it ain't like what we say is far-fetched. That's in your Bible. Good night. This is crazy.
It's beautiful, bro. And look, ain't none of this took you off, or took me off, or took none of our people that's in here off. And we tell you, it should never take you off the love you have for your Elohim or the Messiah. It should fine-tune it to a perfected place. Because how can you tell somebody, well, my God don't lie? Well, it say right here he lie. My God don't war and make kill. He ain't jealous. It say right here he is. But then you understand about the line, pins, and the scribe. They don't even understand about the P document, Y document, E document. I remember y'all did that, boy. They had people like, It's a lot of good stuff, man. A lot of
absolutely, man. But it had you, you know, just going back over and revisiting certain things, man.
Yeah, you should. And it makes sense, bro. Because if our God is all this, how can he be set apart if he's indulging in murder, bloodshed, wickedness, lies, and war? He ain't set apart no more. Set apart literally means what it means. He should be, you can look into the crowd and see him floating above it. That's how stand apart he should be. That makes sense? You should see a river of other gods, and he should be elevated above all them. That's set apart. Or if you see 1,000 gods over here, he should be that one God over there by himself. And if we can go, oh man, remember we did that Passover class and we showed how other people are keeping a like similitude to Passover from the land of Canaan, but not of Israel, all that bloodshed and all that. Remember we did that class, just Passover that just passed? Bro, when I tell you, he don't even require all that. That boy in the background talking.
Yeah, my bad. Not bad, man. All right, where we at, Nick? We right here.
I was talking about Passover, man. We're sitting here, we look at all that. You know, those other cultures that practice a similitude like Passover. We did that class for Passover.
Yep, the Zukru.
We showed the video.
Yep, the Zukru festival. Yep.
Bruh. Now, how can you say your God set apart from their God if it has similitude to that God? You see, you actually kill your faith and kill the possible faith of others, because that's why they run somewhere else, because something is incomplete. Even a Christian will tell you, I don't like the Old Testament because he was a bloodthirsty God. See, that's what ignorance would have taught them. But that's what the line pen and the scribes and the people who they was up under gave them. Ain't scared to tell you that, no, that ain't of the Most High, man. He ain't that. And this is how we can come to that conclusion.
Absolutely, bro.
You gotta admit there are some contradictions in there. That's the part they can't. Once you can understand that, when you break that ceiling, you're ready for the next level.
Yeah, you got to be able to see the contradiction first. You know what I mean? I was talking to actually one of my cousins, man. I ain't talked to him. One of my female cousins I ain't talked to in like about 2 years, I think it was. And she hit me about the blue. And it's all type of stuff going on with her, bro. And I had 2 stents put in the chest, and she going through. She just turned. What she tell me? She just turned 50. I think she just turned 50. You know what I mean? So I was telling her, I was like, so how's your diet? She was like, well, you know, I follow the laws. I said, what laws you talking about? She's like, come on, Hebrew. You know I don't eat no pork and all that. Pork, crab, shrimp, lobsters, and shellfish and all that. I said, yeah, but you still sick, though. She like, huh? I said, why is it that you don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobsters? I said, what do you eat? She's like, you know what I eat? Chicken, beef, turkey. You know what I mean? Tilapia, you know all that. I said, then why are you sick? Well, you know, the Most High said we can't eat. I say, look, I'm not even here to tell you that you ain't read that. I'm asking you to deal with real time, what you are going through right now. In real time, you are sick. And you are sick because of what you've been putting in your body, what you've been eating. Your blood is either purified or it's poisoned through what goes in your mouth. All right? So if the dietary law that you claim you follow is of the Most High, then why are you sick? Why have you had 2 heart attacks? Why do you have stents put in your heart? Oh, they're like, what's really going on? She's like, cuz, dang, I ain't never tripped off there. I'm like, yeah, you got to rap. Yeah. She's like, well, give me some scriptures, because you know what the scriptures say. Oh, bro, I just slowed her down, right? I took it to Acts 15:29. I took it to where Paul said you can eat whatever. And I just asked her, I say, is that saying the same thing or not? This is saying abstain from meats offered to idols, blood, things strangled, and fornication. This is what Paul was told to teach. Did he teach it? Is it the same? She was like, well, I said, is it the same? Is all I'm asking. Be real with me. She said, cuz no, it ain't the same. I said, well, there it is. At least you can be real with yourself. Now, let's go ahead and go over what the meat is that's offered to idols. Then I can explain to you what I eat. You, well, what do you eat? Don't even worry about all that right now. Let's go into the scriptures. You know what I mean?
I'm having a text message conversation about like that. Bruce like, what you eat? You don't eat meat.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. Let's just go through the scriptures right here and I show. So, man, by the time I got to showing her what is meats offered to idols and what it consists of, she was like, dang. I said, yeah. You don't know how old that stuff is. You know it ain't been processed and slaughtered. The blood ain't been poured on the altar. The fat ain't been burnt on the altar. The blood ain't been poured in the dust. It ain't been brought to the doorway of the tabernacle. You ain't gave it to no priest. You know what I mean? And if it ain't done that way, it's offered to devils. And if it's been dead longer than 2 days, it's unclean and abomination. And we talking about food that you can eat. You know what I mean? Meat that you can eat according to that law. She was like, I said, yeah, see, if you want to run and say you can eat this, but that all depends on if it was slaughtered and prepared right. According to that law, y'all go by. I don't go by the flesh law because I don't eat it. You know what I mean? But if you're going to go by it, then that's what you're supposed to go by. Well, she was like, cuz we can't do none of that. And then you ain't supposed to eat it then. Because if the stipulations are not in place for it to be considered clean according to the flesh laws y'all go by, then it's not to be eaten. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, okay, dang. And I'm telling you, if you switch up what you eating and how you getting down, exercise and all that, get your blood back flowing, cleanse your blood, get your blood back flowing and all that, through exercise, eating right, you'll completely reverse what you got going on. You dig? And she was like, okay, cuz, thank you. And it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with you using common sense. You know what I mean? I know you done thought, how am I sick and I'm eating what God say I can eat? Why am I sick like this? You know what I mean? So, yeah, that was a good conversation I had. It was good to holler at him, man. I hadn't hollered in a minute. It did. But where we at, Nee? We right here, the bottom or in the middle of page 274. Judgment to come.
Yep, that's where we at. Yeah, you know, I had sent Mally a text, y'all. I had got a question about the meat situation at 2 in the morning. Yeah, I was up for about 2 hours putting an email together for the brother. And like, man, came back with gratitude. You know what I'm saying? It's just a conversation to have. Man, I've been hearing this, that, and the third, and you know, I'm like, what made the brother hit me at 2? One, what made me be woke? But sometimes those things we don't have an answer for, but they are purpose there for a reason. You feel me? Just like you haven't talked to your cousin 2 years. 2 years, you wasn't ready for the conversation you had today.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we've been on this journey for about a year. You know, a little bit over a year. You know, a year or two, not 2 years for sure. So it was just the Most High played the way it needed to be played. You know, applause. You could have changed somebody like. I mean, that's your cousin. I know you always giving the scripture to your family. I know personally, but you know, now it's the elevation. You know what I'm saying? Let's go higher.
That's right.
You know, so that was good.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want to wait 2 years to talk to Cuzzo, but hey, it had a purpose, it had a meaning, and it had a spiritual gain.
Absolutely, it definitely felt good. And whatever I had going on, I postponed for the rest of the day. Now we finna rap. Let's get it. You know what I mean? It must be meant for me to rap to you. You dig? I do got some stuff I got to do, but whatever. I catch up with that later. You know what I mean? Right here, my sister lovely queen from the A says, plus, why would the creator of creation be jealous? Jealous for what? You say, that was always hard for me to wrap my head around that lie. Exactly. Around her jealous of who is the competition? Ain't no comp. Nobody in competition with the Most High. You crazy? Around her jealous. And you know how we used to teach you, man. I've been jealous too, man. I've taught you, man. woman, this and that. Man, look, ain't no competition with the Most High. Ain't no competition for him to be jealous over nothing. Oh, wait. All right, right here, Nee. Where it's highlighted at. Homilies 2, chapter 46, Judgment to Come. Again, we're reading out of Peter's journal. K5, his journal. His debates that he's having. You know what I mean? His understanding that he got of the scriptures as taught by his master teacher. Messiah, Yahshua the Messiah. What we got, Nee? Let's get it.
All right. This is our judge, to whom it behooves us to look and to regulate our own souls. Thinking,
regulate your own soul, huh?
Work out your own salvation with what?
Yeah, it sounds like there are levels of accountability and responsibility. You understand? The Messiah comes as the example, so you can proactively do what he did, follow in his footsteps. You understand? Regulate your own souls. Go ahead.
Even in the Apocrypha said, whether it be friend or foe, don't even be talking about other men's houses, man. Handle your business.
That's right.
Thinking all things in his favor, speaking well of him, persuaded that.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. My bad. My bad. I messed up. Start from the top, bro. I thought you were somewhere else.
Okay.
That was on me.
This is our judge, to whom it behooves us to look and to regulate our own souls, thinking all things in his favor, speaking well of him, persuaded that by his long suffering he brings to light the obstinacy of all and is alone good. And Messiah said that.
You hear me? So you want to believe this? Messiah said that.
There's none good but one. But if thou would enter into life, keep the he said, yeah.
Hey, what you say, dude? Hey, man, it's beautiful to slow this thing down because it be all scriptures popping up in your head like, dang, that dude say that. That brings clarity on that.
And he, at the end of all, will sit as the judge upon everyone of those who have attempted what they ought not. And look, that's why I said, look, don't even be tripping on how the wicked prosper. I already know what they ain't gonna be.
Exactly. All right, next one up, next paragraph up, a pertinent or an important question. All right, remember this right now. This is just Peter and his understudy. He's raising Clement up to be a Nazarene in the faith. You know what I mean? Clement actually is a Roman. He ain't even Israelite. He actually a Roman. You know what I mean? So this proves they even had Gentile protocol already before Paul was even around. They already had this stuff. All right, now look at this right here. What does it say, Nee?
It says, when I, Clement, heard this, I said, truly, this is Shabbat guarding piety.
Go ahead.
And again, I said, I would like to learn why the scriptures has any writings of this sort. For I remember that you said that it was for the conviction of those who should dare to believe anything that was spoken against Elohim.
So Clement, like, why would these things? I want to know why the scriptures would have these contradictions and, you know what I mean, these false gods. And like, why would it be that way? It did. But he was like, I do remember you said, you know, this is basically a test for those who would dare to believe anything against the Almighty. But he was like, why? So you naturally, any young student would have a question about that. Now, so why is it in there then, right? Go ahead. Excellent question, by the way. Go ahead.
But since you permit us, we venture to ask at your command if anyone, most beloved Kepha, should choose to say to us, the scriptures are true, though to you the things spoken against Elohim seem to be false. How should we answer him?
Excellent question. He asking the right questions, ain't he?
Yeah. Hey, look, if you saying the scriptures are true and then, you know, it speaks bad of the Most High, we dare not to even dare, but now we have to venture and ask the question. Why?
Yeah, he's saying, like, just, you know, how should we answer anybody that's claiming that the false things written about him are true. See, now you getting debate protocol. Now you getting strategy on how to properly debate and defend the Nazarene way. He asking, how do we answer then? Because I'm going to say the Most High is not evil. They're going to say he is evil. Isaiah 45, verse 4 through 5. He is. I create the good and the evil. I form the light and the darkness. Now the Most High do all these things. Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord ain't done? So Clement is like, well, how do we answer somebody who thinks that what's written against him is true? All right? Right here. Then K5 answered, you speak well in your inquiry, for it will be for your safety. So listen, since there are many things that are spoken in the scriptures against the Most High. Look at that. We ain't made this up. Look at this. This is one of the top apostles telling you this. So listen, since there are many things that are spoken in the scriptures against the Most High, as time presses on, account of the evening, ask with respect to any matter that you please, and I will explain it, showing that it is false, not only because it is spoken against the Most High, but because it is really false. Then I answered, I wish to learn how. When the scriptures say that the Most High is ignorant, you can show that he knows. Question mark. He said not only because it's written against him, but it really is false. Wow. It's going down, Nehemiah. Talk to me, Don. All right, now watch this right here.
Boy, it says right there, boy, this could easily be answered. Woo! Or Peter was there, boy.
Yeah, he was that dude. He was very, very sharp. And remind you this, y'all, he's not walking around with no type of scroll. Y'all, this is right off the top. This demonstration in real time, right in front of everybody. Do it the old school way. Right in front of everybody. Get it done. And that's what they was doing. Like whenever he would battle Simon, nah, we ain't even do this private. See, Peter wasn't camera shy. There wasn't no cameras back then, but had it been, he wouldn't have been camera shy. Because they was doing this in front of the masses of people. Get it done. All right? Then Kepha answered, you have presented us with a matter that can easily be answered. Listen, the Most High is ignorant of no thing, nothing. He even foreknows. But first answer me what I ask of you. He who wrote the scripture told how the world was made, yet said the Most High does not foreknow. Was he a man or not? Clement answers, he was a man. And Kepha answered, how then was it possible for him, being a man, to know with certainty how the world was made and that the Most High does not foreknow? Shut him down. Shut him down. Who out there claiming the Most High don't foreknow, but claiming that the world was created? How then was it possible for him, being a man, to know with certainty how the world was made and that the Most High does not foreknow?
Especially when you got full of prophecy in the Bible. It means he clearly foreknow.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Easy work. Easy work. Satisfactory answer. Then I, already perceiving the explanation, smiled and said that he was a prophet. And Kepha said, if then he was a prophet, being a man, he was ignorant of nothing by reason of his having received foreknowledge from the Most High. How then should he who gave the man the gift of foreknowledge, being the Most High, himself be ignorant?
Da, da, da.
You see what I'm saying?
Hey, boy, that was cold.
That was cold.
That boy was cold.
He's like, come on, bro. He was a prophet. Well, a prophet foreknows. And how the hell is a prophet all-knowing, but his maker is not?
And the maker, the one who gave him the gift. Boy, when you talk about top flight of the world, Craig.
Yeah, come on. You see how Peter answering, so he ready. He's sharp. He ready for it. Well, whatever they come with, I'm ready for it. You see? Wow. So he said, you have spoken rightly. Then Kepha said, come with me one step further. We acknowledge that Elohim, or the Most High, foreknows all things. So we know that the scripture that says he is ignorant are false, and those that say he knows are true. Then said I, it has to be true. You see what I'm saying? Man, if y'all get some understanding up in the chat. If you get some understanding up in the chat, give me a 12 up in the chat. 12 for the tribes. 12 for the tribes. 12 for the tribes.
Man.
You don't see many brothers was questioning. See, and at the time, y'all all they had was the Tanakh. It was called the written Torah, not the Torah of the Most High. That's what the Messiah taught. All they had was the written Torah. So Peter coming off the top. Because remember, he was taught the Torah of the Most High by the Messiah, who had already ascended and made his transition and raised up. And he's just confounded. Everything they come with, confounded. Makes sense, confounded. How is any man going to claim the Most High ain't knowledgeable, but he's claiming that the Most High created the world? Well, how can he know that, but claim he not all-knowing? He a prophet. Well, if he's a prophet, he got the gift of prophecy or foreknowledge from the Creator. So he has the gift of being or being foreknowledgeable, but the Most High doesn't have it. Shut down. Simple questions turn around the logic of the foolish. Simple. Shut it down. All right, weigh in the balance. Watch this. Weigh in the balance. Now watch this. Then Kepha said, if some of the scriptures are true and some false, our master, y'all know his master is Yahshua, right? Our master had good reason to say, be good money changers. Inasmuch as in the scriptures there are some true sayings and some false, some spurious. For those who err by reason of the false scriptures, he fitly showed the cause of their error, saying, you do so error, not knowing the true things of the scriptures. Think about that.
That's in there.
For this reason, you are also ignorant of the power of the Most High. Then said I, you have spoken very excellent. Not true about that. Peter just said his master, which is Yahshua, taught them how to be good money changer. A money changer is a banker. He taught them how to be good bankers or money changers when dealing with the scriptures, because a banker has to develop the skill of recognizing what's authentic from counterfeit. So he trained his disciples up to be excellent bankers or money changers when it comes to the scriptures, because you have to develop the skill on telling what's real from what's fraudulent, what's righteous from what's wicked, what's the creator from the false gods. You see that? That's major, man. See, so Peter and them were thoroughly trained up in this. Thoroughly trained up in it. Right? To where the master teacher taught it, hey man, look, y'all better be money changers. Be a banker with the scriptures. Develop the ability to tell what's real and what's not. So it ain't us telling you the Bible tampered with, even though we said it. What we saying is what was already written. Because there are things written against the Most High. And to tell the truth, a lot of things that are written against the Most High never sit well with most of y'all. You know that. You know that. You always question certain things like, hold on, that don't sound right. But for the sake of saying Shalom, 4 tribes, 12 tribes, Kwam, Yasha Allah, for the sake of, fellowship, I'm going to be quiet about certain things. Nah, man, this ain't that time.
That's when they notice a complete 360 change with their woman.
What does that mean? Question everything. You understand? Question everything. You already know. All right, so we have to develop that. We got to be money changers with the scriptures, y'all. We have to be. There's no other way around it. You got to develop. You got to know how to navigate through them murky waters. If not, guess what? Our people will be deceived. dig? So all praise and glory now to the Most High. Hold on, let me look this up real quick. Because he did say you error not knowing the scripture or the power of the Most High. And he said that to them Sadducees. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was Sadducees that he told you, error not knowing the scriptures. All right, I'm going to read that again. If some of the scriptures are true and some false, our master had a good reason to say, be good money changers. Inasmuch as in the scriptures there are some true sayings and some spurious. For those who err by reason of the false scriptures, he fitly showed the cause of their error, saying, you do so error not knowing the true things of the scriptures. Because obviously they knew the scripture. They was, you know, if you're dealing with the Pharisees, Sadducees, scribes, these are the religious elite of the Messiah's day who had absolute control over the people. So when we say you error not knowing the scriptures, that really the true things of the scriptures. Because those men knew the scriptures, they had them in their possession. They had them backwards and forwards. But you don't know the true things of the scriptures. That's what that meant in Matthew 22. When he told them, you error not knowing the scriptures. No, these men, you talking to men who had scrolls in their possession. But what they didn't know were the true things of the scriptures. For this reason, you are also ignorant of the power of the Most High. Then said I, you have spoken very excellency. Now look at this right here. This right here is what a whole bunch of Negroes get mad at. This one, because it's about to challenge you. It's about to challenge you. We all know corruption. We all know things have been added, and you dig. So the sins of the saints, the Kodeshim denied. All right. This is Peter still talking to Clement, I believe. Then Kepha answered, with good reason, I need to believe anything against the Most High, nor against the just men recorded in the Torah, taking for granted that such are impious imaginations. Look at that. Peter like, look, man, whatever I read that don't sit right with me, I look at that as a wicked imagination. Now, how many of us can, you know what I mean, be that hard and that exact in what we saying and what we read? To where we dealing with the voice of the Most High. Look, if it don't sit well with me, I ain't dealing with it. That's it. Now look at this. So he say, then Kepha answered with good reason, I need to believe anything against the Most High, nor against the just men recorded in the Torah, taking for granted that such are impious imaginations. For I am persuaded that Adam was neither a transgressor. So Peter actually is questioning certain stories in Genesis. You see? Because you always remember this. The Old Testament that you have today was not written by Moses. Whatever Moses wrote was burnt by the time we got to Babylon. The second Esdras in the Apocrypha, chapter 14, verse 21, and just read on down. Thy law is burnt. The Torah was not with them in captivity. Then second Ezra 14 go on to show the Holy Spirit was given, and Ezra spoke and the scribes wrote. But y'all, they wrote 204 books. Your Bible is only a collection of 66, 80 if you got the Apocrypha in it. Then he told them, then he was told to publish openly all of it except 70 books. So today, y'all, what Ezra had put together in second Ezra, according to the biblical narrative, your Bible should be at least 134 books, at least. It ain't. So do you really even have what Ezra had written down? Do you have something that was refurbished coming out of Babylon and produced by Levitical scribes? You see what I'm saying? Because if you had what even Ezra put down, then you, according to second Ezra, you would have 134 books. Your Bible would be 134 books. Your Bible ain't even 100 books today. And that would just be the Old Testament. It'd be 134 books. That wouldn't even be the New Testament because that hadn't even come into play yet. You see? So you got to be real with yourself. All right? So look at this. For I am persuaded that Adam was neither a transgressor, so he don't believe the forbidden fruit thing. Peter don't. Who was fashioned by the hands of the Most High. Nor was Noah drunken. Look, Peter don't believe in the whole drunken Noah. You dig? And Ham uncovered his nakedness and all that. He don't believe that. all right, who was found righteous above all the world. Nor did Abraham live with 3 wives at once, who on account of his sobriety was thought worthy of numerous posterity. Nor did Jacob associate with 4, of whom 2 were sisters, who was the father of the 12 tribes and who was suggestive of our master's presence. Nor was Moses a murderer, nor did he learn to judge from an idolatrous priest. See, so he questioning all that. Exodus, Moses murdered a man. Jacob having 2 sisters at the same time. You dig? And then the 2 concubines. He questioning the 3 women Abraham had. He questioning Noah's drunkenness. All of it. Adam being a sinner. You see? So this right here has been around since the 1st century. So this quote-unquote church historians or the church fathers who were instrumental in voting on what should be New Testament knew about this. They knew about this. You see that? Straight knew about it. And this is Peter telling you, I don't believe none of that written against the Most High. I don't believe none of it. I don't believe that Adam was a transgressor. I don't believe Noah was drunk. I don't believe Abraham had 3 women living with him at one time. Neither did Jacob associate with 4, of whom 2 were sisters. You dig? He even said right here, trip off this. Nor do he believe Moses was a murderer. Now, when we had our brother on the other last night, bro Selah, he spoke on that. He was, because I asked him toward the end about Moses and Abraham. He was like, brother, you know, they even got in here that Moses is not a murderer, that the Egyptians put a free case on him. You see? But Peter, back in the 1st century, is telling you he don't believe Moses was a murderer. Dang. I'm saying, like, you dig? So the text been questioned before Honor and Humility came out and was questioning y'all 2,000 years ago. They was questioning the Tanakh. They was questioning the Torah. They was questioning all that. You see? Here we go, hook, line, and sinker. Every word, man. Shit, thus saith the Most High, bro. You don't even know how many scribes had their hands in it, and who all voted and who agreed. And how many councils, bro? You know how many councils it was from? The last council was in the 1960s. The first council was in 325 AD dealing with Constantine. The last one was in 1960 something. You're dealing with 1,600 years of forming what you call Christianity. Wow. So, true about this. Nor was Moses a murderer, nor did he learn to judge from an idolatrous priest. Talking about Jethro. Wow. He who set forth, hold on, watch this. Oh, dang, did I go back too far? I think I did. Yeah. My bad, y'all. Dang, that deal keep going over. Torah, here you go, right here. Torah of Elohim to all the world, and for his right judgment has been accounted a faithful steward. So Peter 2,000 years ago did not believe that Moses was a murderer, that Adam was a transgressor. Like he was questioning the Tanakh that was produced coming out of Babylon. You know what I mean? Like 40 Cal P in the building. What up? Blessed to the king. Like Cal P saying Ezra is the problem. He is the lying scribe. You know what I mean? So that right there was produced coming out of Babylon. And that very Tanakh was what was the written Torah in the Messiah's day that he had a problem with. Obviously. That Peter had a problem with. Obviously. You dig? Now, I know that don't sit well with a lot of folks. It's all good. We ain't tripping. You dig? One love. All right. Now, look, let's jump over. We're going to go to the bottom of page 277. The use of errors. They admitting that the text got errors in it. Lies. It's all right there. If we got time, we're going to get to the one where he asked, he like, look, if Moses wrote Genesis, how did he write about his own? If Moses wrote the Torah, how did he write about his own death? Peter asked that to dude in her. Shut him right down. You know what I mean? Crazy. All right, so the use of errors. Use of errors. We almost done. We're gonna get up out of here. I want to get into, I want to flip over and go into how we gonna go into, was Adam blind? Was Adam ignorant? Right? Did he have the essence of the creator with him? All of it. You know what I mean? It's going, he going right into this deal, man. I'm talking about straight, like back to back to back. Like, dang, this is crazy how this work out. You know what I mean? Then he get into some science too about creation. It's like, man, this is crazy. Yeah, but I want to get into that as well. All right, so we're gonna read this use of errors, and then we're gonna read a little bit about Adam. You dig? We're gonna read about the forbidden fruit. All of it, all of it. We're gonna read about that forbidden fruit in a minute and see, does that stand up? All right, use of errors. This is where we at right now. Y'all get some understanding. Y'all get some understanding. Give me a Yahoo up in the chat. We ain't trying to lose nobody. Bless up. Shout out to all you brothers and sisters in the chat. Shout out to all the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. We love y'all too. Whether you be friend or foe, we bid you in our tongue. Shalom. All right. The use of errors. Then I, Clement, hearing this said, how say you, master, that even the falsehoods of the scriptures, look at this, are set forth with good reason for the proof of men? And he answered, the falsehoods of the scriptures have been permitted to be written for a certain righteous reason at the demand of evil. And when I say as a blessing, I mean this: in the account of the Most High, the evil one, not loving the Most High, less than the good one, is exceeded by the good in this one thing only, that he, not pardoning those who are evil on account of ignorance, through love towards that which is profound, desires the destruction of the evil. But the good one desires to present them with a remedy. So he's saying the false gods is looking and they rejoice in destroying you. You understand? But the Most High, the good one, he's looking for a remedy. He has your best interest in heart and in mind. He ain't around here bloodthirsty and angry and jealous and, you know what I mean, commanding you to go bash baby skulls into the wall. And man, there ain't none of that happening. None of it. That's not the Most High. And even if that did come to you today, as in a voice or as in a spirit, you would deny it. Because you know deep down that something's wrong with that. All right? Now watch this. For the good one desires all to be healed. Look at this. The Most High desires all to be healed by repentance, but saves those only who know the Most High. But he does not heal those who don't know the Most High, because it is not Torah to give the good things that belong to the children of the kingdom to those who, because they lack judgment, are like irrational animals. Oh man, it's going down around here, boy. All right, let's flip over. We're going over to page 2. Let me see where we at. We going over to page 281. 281. And we're gonna talk about whether or not Adam had the Ruach, was called the essence or the spirit of the Most High. Let's go to page 281 real quick, show y'all a little something. And we're gonna get up out of here. We're gonna get up out of here. All these arguments and all these points that a lot of our brothers are coming out making in this hour, y'all, these deals were spoken on 2,000 years ago. You dig? And guess what? The church historians all voted to keep the Nazarene Acts out the Bible. Yeah, because your New Testament is something that had to be voted on and agreed. You know what I mean? They ain't come around like 4 centuries after the Messiah. And even then, it was gradually being altered and edited, you know, shifted to promote the agenda of Rome, man. You know what I mean? So look at this right here. Whether Adam had the Ruach. That's something everybody to ask themselves. Who we know of, according to the biblical narrative, who we know is Adam. Would Adam have had the spirit of the Almighty? Yes or no? I will begin by saying that the Most High made all things. I will begin by saying that the Most High made all things. If anyone would not admit that a man fashioned by his hands could have possessed his great and Holy Spirit of foreknowledge, How great is his mistake when he says one has it who has been born of spurious stock? Wow, that's a good one right there. He's saying, if you can look at somebody today and claim, well, that person, you know what I mean, is operating in the spirit or the great spirit, the spirit of the creator. You know what I mean? If you can say that about somebody that was born of spurious stock, how dare we not admit that Adam, you understand, was dealing with the great spirit, the spirit of the Most High? How dare we believe he wasn't? If you can point to somebody today and claim they are, but he wasn't.
That man is known, the man knows the Lord. That God is with him.
Exactly. Now look at this. I do not think that he will obtain pardon. And this is talking about you thinking wrong about Adam. See, Peter's saying we need to readjust and relook at how we even looking at Genesis, bro. That's what he's saying. Because if you read Genesis on surface level and for face value, Adam looked like some chump sucker who just was right there while everything was going down. You see? So Peter's saying, I do not think that he will obtain pardon, though he is misled by spurious or false scripture to think dreadful things against the Father of all. Wow. You got to be careful. You know what I mean? We got to be careful of just throwing things out there about these men in scriptures, knowing that the false scribes have been out here and everything we reading about them, y'all, more than likely, if it's against the creator, is a lie. Everything
That's
we
a
read
long
about
story
these
short.
men is a straight, and if it's against the creator's character, bro, it's a straight lie. It's crazy.
Long story short, ain't it, man?
Yeah.
That's a
So
long
he say, I do not think that he will obtain pardon, though he is misled by spurious scripture to think dreadful things against the Father of all. For he who insults the image and things belonging to the eternal King has the sin reckoned as committed against him, in whose likeness the image was made. But then says he, so he was saying, like, look, you speaking against the Most High's creation, you're speaking against him.
Makes sense, especially the first of his creation.
Yeah, you speaking against him then. Now watch this. But then says he, the Ruach of the Most High left him when he sinned.
Uh-oh.
In that case, the Ruach sinned along with him.
Oh.
See, you can't even say that. You can't say, yeah, you know, Adam had the great spirit, but it left him as soon as he sinned. Well, by that you admitting that that the Ruach or the great spirit sinned with him. See, we got to be careful. Stop calling Adam a transgressor. There are things not only written against the Most High in the scripture, there are things written against those he chose to raise up. Wow. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So if you're saying that he sinned while having the Ruach, then the Ruach sinned with him. And how can he escape danger? Who says this? How can he escape danger that says this? But perhaps he received a Ruach after he sinned. Then it is given to the unrighteous. And where is justice? But it was afforded to the just and the unjust. This was most unrighteous of all. Thus every falsehood, though it is aided by 10,000 excuses, must be refuted, even though it takes time. Ooh, wait!
You have to be patient with this thing, slow walk it, conversate it.
Yeah, man. So quick. There are not only things written against the Most High, but there are also things written against those he anointed. Wow. Now watch this. Adam not ignorant, right? So it says right here, be not deceived. Our father was ignorant of nothing. This being expressed even in the Torah that is currently in the public. Though Torah charges him with the crime of ignorance for the sake of the unworthy. It, y'all, this is not tripping. Right here, here we go. It also, here we go, right here. It also sent to him those desirous of knowledge, saying, ask your father, and he will tell you. Ask your Zakwanim, your elder, and they will answer you. This father and these elders should be asked, but you have not inquired whose is the kingdom and whose is the seat of prophecy, though he himself points to himself by saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. Listen to whatever they say to you. Hear them, he said, as entrusted with knowledge, the key of the kingdom, which alone can open the gate of life, through which alone is the entrance to timeless life. But truly, he says, they possess the key, but they do not permit those who want to enter. You dig? And I think I'm going to stop it right there. There's some more up in here, too. No, matter of fact, we'll go to the forbidden fruit. Let me get that, and then we can get up out of here, man. Oh, wait. Y'all need to hear this about this forbidden fruit. You'd be like, what? 283. 283, 1 over. Last one, and we're going to close out, y'all. All praise to the Most High, the Creator, owner, possessor, creator of all things, all praises. All right, now watch this. And this right here, the eating of the forbidden fruit denies. 40 cal P. Yeah, we gonna wrap. We're gonna get it done, brother. Believe that. All right, now watch this. Homilies 3, chapter 21, the eating of the forbidden fruit denied. He, since he was the only true prophet, fittingly gave names to each animal. Remember this. You talking about the man that named every animal, right? According to the biblical narrative. He, since he was the only true prophet, fittingly gave names to each animal according to the merits of its nature. Since he made it, whatever name he gave to any of them, it was a fitting name from its maker himself. How then had he still need to partake of a tree, that he might know what is good and what is evil, if he was commanded not to eat of it? But senseless men believe this, those who think that a reasonless beast, a snake, was more powerful than the Most High who made these things. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. So as you see, y'all, even 2,000 years ago, the text was being questioned. You know what I mean? The validity of the text was being questioned even 2,000 years ago. You understand? So for certain people to be mad and angry, we ain't the one that brought all this out. This stuff was being brought out, y'all, 2,000 years ago. You understand? So it'll behoove brothers and sisters, man, to study and never abandon common sense. You know what I mean? Never abandon common sense. Common sense will take you a long way because that's the voice of the Most High. Common sense, your first voice, your first mind, the voice of the Most High, or street knowledge. It's basically the same thing as the voice of the Most High. And it guides you, speaks to you in what you need to do. You know what I mean? So all praise to and glory to the Most High. You dig? Nehemiah, talk to me, big homie, and pick us a psalm so we can go ahead and, I like that Psalm 95, how you be going hard on that one, but you can pick any one you want, man.
That's my thing right there.
You say what?
It's my thing right there.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and end it real quick. Let's end it. And then we want to thank everybody for their prayers, thank everybody for their support. We got some major league things coming up. And we got, a lot of brothers ready to go ahead and step up in the ring and start swinging and get it done because we need to talk about the elephant in the room. All right? You need to talk about the elephant in the room. You got questions about a lot of things that's been jarring your spirit over the years. We need to rap. We need to bring it out. So we allowing brothers from whatever book they practice out of. Hey, y'all trying to swing swords and debate, that's what's up. But the battle of the books ain't even a debate. That's strictly, you know what I mean, for the crowd to ask the questions and for the practitioner of each book to go into the book and bring the answer. So that's what we putting together right now. But until that happened, bros, like they ready to scrap. You understand? they ready to get it in. And, you know, Honor and Humility will provide the platform. Very respectable. You understand? We ain't even allow nobody to be disrespected or you know, or none of that. You dig? But you better come with it. Because we're going to hold you to what the text say. That's it. You understand? That's what you're going to be judged over in any type of so-called debate coming from this way. It's going to be judged based off who had the ability to go into the text and answer based off the text. You dig? And then give a thorough explanation, because sometimes you may read something that the people don't understand. So then you will have to explain it after you go into the text. All right. Well, shout out to my brother. Matter of fact, shout out to my brother SHALOM. He sat in the hot seat last night and came on the show and answered questions and even went to the OWASP and answered. You know, so shout out to that brother. Shout out to 40 Cal P. Y'all holler at the brother. You dig? That's another brother that's serious with that OWASP. I'm looking for some Muslims that's serious with the Quran. I'm looking for some Israelites that's serious. You understand? With the scriptures and all that. My one brother want to deal with the Megillah over in he in Africa though, but we gonna see if the brother can make it back over here if we gonna do something like that. So if you want to represent your holy book, come on with it, and let's let the books answer and let the people be edified. You understand? So let's get it in. Thank y'all for y'all prayers and y'all support. Nehemiah, read that Psalms, and let's get up out of here, bro.
All right, bro. Yeah, I know I one brother had said, man, he would love to see that brother last night go against, or not go against, but talk with Zion Lex on the top.
Yeah. We behind the scenes working on it, man.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes working on it. Y'all willing? Y'all see that soon. Y'all see that soon. Because Zion Lex is a brother that's very, very, very thorough when it comes to the language. You know what I mean? So hopefully we can go ahead and work that out very, very, very soon. You understand? That'll be very, very powerful.
All right.
So all praises, glory now to the Most High. Yeah, read that Psalm. Let's get on up out of here, man. All praises. And you know, we catch y'all sooner than later. Continue to pray for us. Continue to pray for y'all, man. All praise to the Most High. Clip up. Let's get it.
All right. Psalms 95 with the Most High's permission. Oh, come. Let us sing unto YHWH. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving and make a joyful noise unto him with psalms. For Yahweh is a great power, a great king above all Elohim. In his hands are deep places of the earth, and the strength of the hills is his also. The sea is his, and he made it, and his hands formed dry land. Oh, come, let us worship and bow down, and let us kneel before YHWH, our maker. For he is our Elohim, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your heart as in the provocation, and as in the day of temptation in the wilderness, when your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my work. 40 years long was I grieved with this generation, and said, it is a people that do error in their heart, and they have not known my ways. Verse 11. Unto whom I swear in my wrath that they should not enter into my rest. Hallelujah! Selah! Yahoo! It feels good to get that out by.
Absolutely, bro. Well, all you brothers and sisters, be protected, be well, be vigilant in these hours. When you're out in public, keep your head out them damn cell phones. Go to where you're going and get up out of there and get back to your families. All right? And we pray a spirit and a vibration of wisdom, healing, love, abundance, protection, peace, righteousness, and victory. And victory in y'all personal lives. You understand? In the name of the Most High, in the name of the Creator, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahuwah, and His name and powerful name. Go hard, be victorious. You understand? And be confident out here. Be confident out here. But definitely be vigilant. All right? These unclean spirits are roaming this earth. You understand? And it's time for us to move out the way. You understand? Let them feast on each other. Focus and pay attention. All praise to the Most High. Forever live the anointed one in the heart, minds, and spirits of every last one of you brothers and sisters. Bless up, clip up, bust your guns. Yahoo!
Yahoo!